Good morning.
Morning. Oh, afternoon.
Same thing. It's all in the making.
Guess what today is?
Thursday.
The beginning of week 1 of the preseason, baby.
I figured that's where you were going, but I didn't know. So I do actually. We've got the list of the games up. Hold on, I got hair floating around from when I had long hair. I cut it again. But
y'all got the Texans on the 13th.
Yeah, I've got the list. We'll throw that up here in a little bit and talk in depth about everything. I'm watching the weather radar. We got now there is a system. Let me see if it'll pull it up. There is a system that is on that side of Mexico over there to the left. That is a tropical storm. We have some thunderstorms in our area. And then if you go that way towards Florida,
yep,
there's a storm that's supposed to hopefully stay out that way and not hit us. Knock on wood. We ain't had no storms yet, and it's been a fairly calm storm season here in the Gulf.
Well, we had storms the other night, and I heard it rumbling. So I took advantage of it, cut my lights off, and went to bed early.
It's the best thing to do. It's the best thing to do. I guess that may be part of why I'm so tired today, because like I said, yesterday I was under the weather. Today we've got, it's raining. It's a little bit stormy. We've got storms that are supposed to be moving in most of the day. And it's dreary outside. I'd like to mow the yard because you know how it is here in Louisiana. If you don't mow the yard, it turns into a jungle. I mean, you walk outside and the shit's up here and you're like, hey, look, we got these things are back, and it's just like, okay.
You never know what's creeping around in the tall grass.
Yeah, don't go into the tall grass. No. Actually, we've got here in the subdivision we live in, we have people who have pulled up their ring cams and caught bobcats and coyotes and shit walking the streets here in the subdivision.
The other night, Mom was at work. And she went to go check one of the buildings, and when she came out, her car was right here in front of the door, so she could just walk right in.
Right.
And stuff. And right to the right of her was a hybrid fox, wolf and coyote.
There you go.
And she's like, oh, shit.
It happens, brother. It happens.
I heard Kobe's seen them. I haven't seen nothing like that. But
I mean, it is what it is.
It's kind of hard to see anything when I don't get out of my office.
Hey, there you go. I know that feeling. Speaking of getting out of the office, I start on the job training tomorrow. I'm excited about that.
Congratulations.
Ready to have a job and be out of the house. Maybe that'll help with some of my anxiety. Almost rode a motorcycle home yesterday, but here we go. Ooh, let me fix the background.
That looked like some gay ass LSU colors.
It is purple.
Speaking of LSU colors, apparently, look, I don't know if I've told you, but when I was real little, and I mean that's kind of throwing it off though. Let's just say when I was like in the first and second grade,
okay,
I had this really good friend, and I thought the world of her back then.
Right.
And I found her on Facebook.
Well, there you go.
And so we chit chat all the time. I think she's a fucking LSU fan. And she's living in Texas, and she told me that her mom's back in Manila, and she's going to be hollering at me when she comes back up here. She says she'll be coming up here soon. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think she's an LSU fan because she was really dogging the shit out of Alabama.
Hey, it happens. I mean, I could care less. I mean, I will say this. I can't remember. I seen the thing. God, I don't remember what the billboard was. I don't remember what the date is. I'm sure you know off the top of your head. Florida State versus LSU at the New Orleans Superdome.
Isn't that September or October?
I think so. I think it was September. I think it was either September 17th or 27th. I can't remember. Like I said, I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'll tell you what.
But it's your team versus my team.
I'm looking forward to it.
And just know you're going to get your ass stomped. That or we're going to get our ass stomped. So, somebody's walking out with an ass whooping at that game. I'm going to run through a few quick things here. Aces, of course, Mad Rabbit. You'll see the codes come up throughout the show. I'll change them for everybody during the show. Mad Rabbit, the code is Divine20. It saves you 20%. I'm not going to show you all the products I have because y'all know I use this stuff. Like this is, I got the enhancer, the lotion, body wash.
September 4th.
September 4th. I knew it was September. I remember that. I just couldn't remember what day.
Hey, we need to try to live stream that night.
We need to get together and you need to bring your ass down here and we need to be setting to dome for that.
Oh, I don't know how much tickets are.
I don't know. We bought tickets to a Shinedown concert and we got pit tickets and they were actually pretty decent. Only thing I hate about it is I'll be standing all night. Oh, I'm fat and lazy. Don't they know I like to sit down and get me a fucking chair? Okay. Slam Buddies, want to thank these guys. If you want to order a Slam Buddy, get you a Slam Buddy order. They even do keychains, by the way. I didn't know that, but they do mini Slam Buddies on a keychain. So I'm looking into trying to get some of those ordered. Of course. What?
So that's pretty cool.
It is. Like I didn't expect. Like I wasn't expecting it when I was going through the list of shit that they do here recently. When I was looking for you, I found out that they do the keychains. Anyway, Militant Militia, no fear, no flaws, stay strong. Militant Mentality apparel. I actually have my Militant Mentality apparel hoodie on the back of my chair here right now. You'll see that probably at some point if I get up. Of course, there's that blue outfit Titanic's looking to bring home with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can use that code on deck 15. It saves you 15% off, or Divine 10. It saves you 15% off either one. I think I'm going to order me a pair of those, that matching set to work out in. Of course, we got APW. I keep them up here with our sponsors for their wrestling school, as well as for their fundraiser stuff to help these guys out and get their name out there more down in Marianna, Arkansas. Not Marianne, but Marianna.
Okay, tickets at the very top of the dome.
Yes.
$50.
Fuck that. I mean, if you want to go, we'll go. I'll sit at the top of the dome. I don't give a damn.
Well, I'm scared of heights.
I'm scared of heights too, but I've fallen off enough ladders. I ain't worried, bro. It'll all be all right. But Rep Sports is one of our big sponsors as well. But here's Doobie Energy, and I put up the code for Doobie and Rep Sports together because it is the same thing. It is Divine 10. If you want some good, clean energy, they're sending me some more energy stuff because I am exhausted. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but like I said, I think it's the weather. I think it's just that perfect, like you said, sleeping weather. Right. I just want to sleep. Like, fuck it. And Twisted Gorilla, this is my new favorite clothing site. Let me just tell you, dude, send your mom over. This is where she needs to be shopping. Catalina Wine Mixer, Halloween. That shirt is actually, boom, right here on me. I drink and I know things. Now, if you have not watched Game of Thrones, you got to watch it because the little midget is the one that said that. I love it.
You can't say that.
What?
Can't say midget.
Okay, vertically challenged fucker. There you go.
It's called little people. I'm
sorry that there's certain assholes out there that can't handle the fact that, My dick's longer than they are tall. Okay.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, I went there, motherfucker. You got anything else you want to add about that?
Oh, we're probably going to get taken off fucking YouTube again.
Man, anyway, Yellowstone Dutton Ranch, Hocus Pocus, Joe Exotic's Animal Park. And yes, they have a shirt that says, I am never going to financially recover from this. And they have one that says, Free Joe Exotic. They also have some Carol Baskin shirts over there on that fucking website where you can, it says Carol, what was it? Carol's sardine oil. Everybody knows Carol done it. They also have That's What She Said stuff, hats, coffee mugs, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff. Twisted Gorilla.
Maybe I ought to get one of those Carol Baskin shirts for the champ.
There you go. Yeah, he'd love that. And of course, Collar and Elbow, man, we cannot forget these guys. Al Snow and his team over at Collar and Elbow. I did not know that he actually now works with Grunt Style Apparel. And for those that don't know, Grunt Style Apparel is the people that do the marine apparel. They have, they have all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's mainly stuff that Marines wear. I have my hoodie. It says WTF in capital letters. It's Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. That's military code, but if you know how to break the code, it means what the fuck. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot instead of, so I can't get in trouble for it in public unless somebody knows what it means. And I've had several people walk up to me. I love you. I love you hoodie, brother. It's funny. It's a comical hoodie. It's not meant to be disrespectful, but it's military style stuff. You got to have a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so excited that they work with Grunt Style. This is their Support Local Wrestling shirt. There's their Texas Deathmatch shirt. That code has been CCWA29 since day one. I actually have that Good Brothers shirt and that Living the Dream shirt here in the house. Like I said, I talked the other day about it was the Pro Wrestling Tees box. That's what it was when I was showing off my Matt Cardona pizza cutter that they sent me, which is cheesy as hell. Let me tell you, I got a pizza cutter in the kitchen that I'll use on a motherfucker before I use this thing. But if it's not one of our sponsors, I'm not wearing it anymore. I think the only thing that I wear that's not from one of our sponsors is my jeans or my shorts. And a lot of times, do what?
What about your underwear?
You know I don't wear underwear. I go commando.
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? I've been commando for years, brother.
Dude, I don't want you to get dressed.
That's the only thing a lot of people hated about me in the locker room is because I'd wear a singlet or something, but
we might be close, but we ain't that fucking close.
But yeah, if it's not something that our sponsors carry, I don't really wear it. And, my workout shorts and stuff, that's all NFL. I've got my NFL workout shorts. I got my NBA workout shorts. I've got all kinds of different shit that's from our sponsors. Of course, we got Bluff City Wrestling. Want to shout out to them. They're getting ready to start their TV taping
this week, and the TV show starts October 1st.
Yeah, it is free admission. It'll be on UPN 30. I look forward to trying to check it out. I don't know if we get that UPN channel down here, but if not, I'm sure there's ways for me to find it where I can watch it online. But super excited for them, man, really. And then this one, boy, howdy, there he is.
It's about damn time.
9/24/22. They'll be at the Earl Frank Arena. That is y'all's dojo, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where did he get those belts made at?
I have no idea.
That is something you need to find out for me. I need to know where he got those belts made, because I'm telling you right now, and let me take this CCWA banner down for just a second here. So y'all can see better, and so I can zoom in. Okay, and you can tell these are custom belts, man. That's a nice heavyweight belt. But this one caught my attention, and I like it. I didn't realize y'all had a workhorse championship.
Yes. That's Tommy Too Good.
Okay, but that belt caught my eye. I'm like, man, I like the design. I like the idea behind it. instead of wasting our time saying, hey, let's have an intercontinental champion or a junior heavyweight champion. Let's call it what it fucking is. Let's call it the workhorse title, because this guy that's carrying this belt is going to get his ass kicked day in, day out while he's out there in the ring, and he's going to earn it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that. I respect that. I'm looking forward to this show. Now, I don't know if I'll get to be there, but I know I'll get to see it through what you post. But let me get this skull out my mouth here.
Think about this. That's 8 people in a small building, and we'll put about 150 people, plus there'll be about 20, 25 standing outside the door.
Oh, I believe it. And that's not even the big show.
No, that's every time they're there.
And that's because y'all have good quality training and wrestlers. And man, I hear so many good things, not just from you, but now I've, since we've talked to some of the guys, I've got people that have become friends on Facebook or on Twitter that are around the area. Oh yeah, AEW, man, when are they coming back? Let us know. And I'm like, man, as soon as y'all got a show, I'll let you know. Titanic's going to let you know. He's going to be posting that, because that's your home company. That's where you go and you do a lot of your filming and on location stuff. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten out of the office in a while to do any of mine, but excited about that. And this got my attention. Okay. I know. And let me just warn everybody. Okay. Let me stop the share and come back to you and me. I know that we started off talking football. Okay. This is a wrestling podcast, but this is also where we go to talk everything. This isn't just wrestling for us. This is everything for us. Okay. Mm-hmm. We do football. We do a little basketball. We'll probably talk some baseball, because I've heard a lot of bad shit's going on over there for some of the baseball teams, like trades and shit. What's going on with all that?
Oh man,
I heard that the Cardinals are sucking ass on some of their trades this year.
So they didn't go for Juan Soto because they didn't want to give up we got some of the top prospects in baseball.
Right.
So we didn't want to get rid of them. We got Jose Quintenta, or I don't know, Quintenta or whatever. We've won both games that he's pitched so far.
No, that's good.
Then, I know this is a real asshole move, but I love it. So we traded. Let me say this. I started going to the Memphis games a long time ago, and they had this young kid playing center field and everything, was grabbing home runs and shit, keeping people from hitting home runs and stuff, and fast on the bases. And I grew to love the guy. One of my favorite players. He got traded on the day of the deadline.
Right.
Harrison Bader got traded to the New York Yankees. And they got a guy named Jordan Montgomery. And I was like, you better fucking bring it.
Right.
Well, this past weekend, we had a weekend series against the Yankees.
Uh-oh.
Who do we throw out there in game 2 to Fitz? The team he just came from.
There you go. That's how it works.
And we put Jordan out there. We swept the Yankees and turned around. But Tuesday night? Was it Tuesday night? Yeah, Tuesday night. We got our ass thumped by the fucking Colorado Rockies.
Damn.
And I don't understand. In the long run, I understand why we didn't go for Juan Soto.
Right.
Which he would have been the big fish to get.
Yeah.
But to be honest, we really need some fucking pitching. Our ace is out. He's been battling injuries for the past couple of years, and it's really bad. And then we got a left-hander that we paid $18 million to come in from the New York Mets, and he fucking went down.
Oh,
and then he came back for a game or two, and then he fucked his oblique up. So now he's back on the DL. So we went out and got us some starting pitching. Katana, he, is somebody that we fucking face several times a year, playing against the Pirates or whoever else he was with. I
Right.
can't remember. So we got us some legit guys that can get in there and pitch 7 innings if we need them to. So I think we got what we needed. We got a good offense already.
Right.
Our shortstop came back after being sent down to Memphis, and he fixed his swing, did all the things he needed to do, and everything's going to be all right. During that last week, we went from second place, and now we're in first place.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah, it was disappointing that we didn't get Juan, because Soto would have been the shit to get.
I know a Juan. I can send him y'all's way. I don't know if he knows anything about baseball or not, but
well, most don't.
I'm just saying.
But he's a fucking stud, dude. I mean, Soto is really a stud, and he would have been awesome to have, but he wasn't what we needed. We really needed pitching.
No, I mean, and I agree. I'm not even gonna try to act like I watch baseball like you do, or know as much about it as you do, because baseball I played as a kid, and I lost a lot of interest in it because I played it. Now I'll watch a little basketball. I cheer for my Pelicans, and I've cheered for my Raptors for years. But man, I don't even really much care for basketball. Like now, when they get down to like the Final Four and they're getting ready for the tournament, I'll watch because I want to know who the champ is. But other than that, I could give a rat's ass. But football,
well, my boy Zion, he's down there in New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
And they put a weight regimen on him.
Really?
On his contract. Yeah, his contract can fluctuate. They maxed him out at like 191, but he can end up getting paid over $200 million. And he's got to keep his weight under so and so.
I did not know that. That's weird.
It's the shit that I learned watching the Pat McAfee show, dude.
Hey, there you go. And Pat McAfee knows all that shit because he's been in that inner circle. He is he's a pro football player. He knows a lot of the shit that goes on in and out of that. So
well, I don't know if you heard, but Tuesday they were talking to Monday or Tuesday. They were talking to Peyton Manning, and Peyton and Eli started up the company Omaha.
Oh no, I didn't.
So there will be 6 college football games on ESPN2 this season.
Okay.
Where the Pat McAfee show will be doing the shit on it.
Oh, there you go.
They'll be live streaming on it.
That'll be fucking awesome.
And then yesterday they announced that they got NFL rights to do videos and shit on their fucking show. So
there you go. I mean,
the shit's fixing get pretty cool since this is a show that I like to watch.
Right.
I'm not gonna say when I watch it.
No, because you watch it. No, we won't tell everybody when you watch it, but you watch it every fucking day. I mean, and it is entertaining. I don't get to watch it near as often as you do, which now that's hopefully going to change because, with my real job, it'll be an overnight job. So I won't have to, I had planned on going to truck driving school and taking a truck driving job, but that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. And it kind of broke my heart because I had gotten myself talked into doing it, but with everything going on, I do need to be at home. The kids are at school. We got the dogs, plus all this other stuff that I've got planned. Now we're back in the gym finally. And I'm sure everybody's like, well, you were just drinking a Coke. Yes, I drink at least maybe 1 or 2 Cokes a day for the caffeine. I'm trying to wing myself off of them. But yes, we are back in the gym. I didn't go last night.
I'm getting one myself.
It happens, especially when you feel that itch, brother. It happens.
Sometimes you got to rebuild.
That's right. You rebuild, you redesign, and you figure out where you need to be or what you need to do. And no time like the present to get started. We still got life ahead of us.
Right.
But no, I just want everybody to understand. We jump around. We're going to talk about everything from wrestling to football to baseball to basketball. anything that goes on. But I wanted to clarify that because the next 2 hours you're going to be with us, folks. I got slides for just about anything I could get slides for this week, and I've got more flyers and stuff to show you. But this one really caught my eye because AEW and MJF are really playing close to home with this whole angle that they're in right now. He has not been released. He is still a part of the company, even though they're not pushing him, they're not promoting him. He's still getting a paycheck. He was the original idea for THQ to be on the cover of AEW Fight Forever. They wanted him to be the push for this, the marketing of their game, but now it looks more like it's going to be CM Punk and Daniel Bryan and them, as I've showed you all the cover of the game and stuff like that. So I wanted to share that because I think that, in my opinion, it would have been better behind MJF than CM Punk, but that's just my opinion. Also, if I throw up a slide that says anything about CM Punk being out, we know that is now null and void. No, Carnage, I was not able to find out where the hacker came from Ric Flair's match. But I am, we are still diligently looking into that. When I was streaming Ric Flair's match, I had a hacker that got on and was like just steadily posting shit.
Like what?
Oh man, some of it was like just random stupid shit, and some of it was about Jim Cornette being God, and I don't know. But I've got my computer person who lives across the street, and he is actually like the U-Haul company's IT guy, and he is actually working on digging through some of that. Now, this one here, this is close to home for us, Titanic. Our good friend Tony Gunn is, taking on James Storm. And this will be streaming on Fight. I don't know if it's free or not. It's Ohio Valley Wrestling episode 1200. Taking on Cowboy James Storm. It's the Ohio Valley National Heavyweight Championship. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Tony is the champion right now. I may be wrong. I haven't watched a whole lot of OVW. And do what?
I don't either.
I'll watch an episode every now and then, but it's nothing major. Like I know they had what is, oh shit, wrong button. Oh, geez. I can't think of his, Al Snow owns it. And with us working with him, I do kind of watch it, but I don't watch it as much as I should. But I'm trying to think. Oh, fuck. They had somebody on there, but I can't remember who it was now. Like my brain is gone. Like I can't remember who the hell it was, but I watched it for him. And then they had the, one of the things was I think it was their 1000th episode I watched. And now they got a mother and a daughter who are going to wrestle each other. I don't have a fucking clue what that's about. All I know is the daughter slapped shit out of Al Snow and he booked the match for her mother. Now, this one caught me off guard because a number of sites are saying that John Laurinaitis was quietly let go by the company sometime last week. As far as I knew, John Laurinaitis was let go as soon as the Vince McMahon scandal hit, if I'm not mistaken.
He was just sent home.
Okay. I mean, my impression was he was, taken off the thing. They put Triple H in charge. They put, Bruce Pritchard in charge. Speaking of WWE, if you are a VIP, they just emailed out this thing here. Let me pull it up on my phone. There's an exclusive pre-sale now through tonight. Pre-sale will end at 11:59 p.m. WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, Saturday, April 1st, Sunday, April 2nd. You can buy tickets now for the SoFi or the what's that state? SoFi Stadium?
SoFi Stadium.
Yeah. If you are a VIP, check your email to find out if you are. If you're not, go sign up. They're offering exclusive packages now. Now I didn't get this picture for Kevin Owens. Okay, let me clarify that. That's not what I wanted to talk about. Apparently on Monday Night Raw, this one caught a lot of people's eyes. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. There we go. But if you look right here in the background, you see the car is wrecked. You see Dewdrop and Nikki Ash, whatever the hell she is. I'm going to try to zoom in. Please don't try to
ASH.
Yeah, please don't try to deep throat Kevin Owens, Titanic.
I'm trying not to.
But apparently there was some confusion, and fans have been talking about this for days. It looks like they hit this barrier. I don't know who was driving the car. I don't know if they had an Uber driver drop them off. I don't know if Nikki or Dewdrop, either one was driving. All I know.
I remember that part on TV.
Yeah. But fans have talked about it and asked about it. The car was wrecked. This is a legitimate police officer. They are filing a legitimate report. Other than that, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I can't get word on who was driving the car when it was wrecked. I don't know if this guy here was the Uber driver. I don't know if it was one of the girls that was driving the car. I don't know what the deal is. All I know from people that worked at the building, the source that I got in touch with, they came into the parking lot and hit the barrier when they were coming into the building because they were running late, driving a little faster than what they should have been, trying to get in because the show was already in process, as you can see by Kevin Owens doing a promo. But apparently moments before they went on the air to do the Kevin Owens promo, right there, they nailed
Well, Dewdrop and them opened up the show with their little fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then I don't know what the fuck, but the source I got told was that they wrecked the fucking car coming into the building. Maybe they were trying to leave. Maybe the source was wrong, but who knows?
That's fucking crazy.
But my source, who did security at that building, said that they wrecked the fucking car. He didn't know who was driving it. All he knew was they were a little too fast coming into the parking garage there and hit that barrier. No, Nightmare Danny Davis has not owned OVW in some time. Let's see. Danny Davis may still have a part in it, but I don't think he is. I don't think he has any like controlling ownership.
No, he sold it.
Right. He sold it to Al Snow. Al Snow wanted it because that was where he got his start. And I think Al Snow's doing really good with it. I mean, he's really doing pretty good with it. But here we go again. Vince McMahon.
I didn't know if he was going to put this up.
Man, I had to. I was really trying not to bring this up, but they found 2 more payments of $5 million to 2 more people in 2007, 2009. And now this is, unrecorded payments made has now hit the total of $19.6 million in shut your fucking mouth and suck his cock money. How about that?
I heard that Vince is supposed to pay this back.
I don't know. All I know is it's hitting my pocketbook now, and I'm getting pissed, okay? Because I own stock in WWE. I've owned stock in WWE for years, and now, okay, I looked at my stock the other day when this news broke, and I'm like, this motherfucker. Because every time they find something that comes out of the company log, they have to go back and update it in the system, and it fucks up our stock, it fucks up our dividends, it fucks up the payout, and everything to do with it.
I'm so proud of you, Vince.
And it pisses me off, man. It's hitting my pocketbook now. So, Vinnie Mac, you better stop sticking your dick in people because I'm getting pissed now, brother. Because you know.
Well, it's already happened.
Granted, Amazon and Apple are still paying me pretty well, but the WWE kind of pulled some money back and said, hold on, we got to recalculate. Daddy's been diddling with the damn divas again. But 19.
We need him to come on the show since he did this.
I know, right? Fuck.
Could you imagine how that'd go?
Jesus.
So, Vince,
I don't know.
Why did you do why did you do that you did it?
No, right?
I like chocolate titties.
Big chocolate titties. Vince, that's good shit, pal. But Vinnie Mac, man, up to 19.6 million. You never know what's going to happen in WWE.
Chocolate titties.
Well, then there's that. But I don't know what's going to happen next. I did hear his Alzheimer's is getting worse. Now, this is going to be right down the road from me in Rome, Georgia. And I am kind of excited about this one. I'm probably going to see if there's any way I can get the kids over there. October 22nd. It'll depend because I know we've got Rougarou Fest coming up down on the bayou. Excuse me.
Okay, so I see Lord Humongous up at the very top left corner. Is that going to end up being Gary No Show Nations or what?
I don't know. I don't know. I have not actually talked to the person who is in charge of this. The one of the guys that's going to be there sent this to me. He said, "Hey, just wanted to let you know we're doing a Superstars Fan Fest October 22nd." I said I will do my best to be there. They were wanting me to come down and see if I could get some folks to do some interviews and stuff. I said I'll do my best to be there, but we also have Rougarou Fest down on the bayou because that's around Halloween time. And, we like to participate in a lot of the festivals and things like that around here. It's pretty fun. This year, I'll be doing lots of videos from any festival we go to. I think Saturday, we're actually going to New Orleans for the Red Dress Run, which is finally back. It's awesome. Now, I will not be wearing a red dress this year because my legs don't look as sexy as they normally do.
Shave them bitches.
Right? But next year, this motherfucker may be wearing a red dress running with everybody else for the Red Dress Run, okay? I'm not even going to lie. I've wanted to do it for years. So excited it's back since COVID. They canceled it for 19 and 20. I think it happened in 19, but I think they canceled it for 20, and then they didn't allow it last year. They did what they called a virtual Red Dress Run. I didn't see anything that really.
So my question is, can we try to find out who the promoter is and try to get them to come on?
Yeah, I'll gladly reach out. They have a website. I will go to it and I will send an email to them and see if we can get them on. I don't mind.
Promote the show and
yeah,
maybe we can find out some answers.
Hey, I'm fine with that. But I was excited because I see they're going to have Gangrel. They're going to have Armstrong there, one of the greatest referees ever. Of course, Kevin Nash. There's Brutus the Barbara Beefcake. Greg Valentine, you got the Rock and Roll Express, which we've worked with them for years. They got Virgil going to be there. Kerry Morton's going to be there. That's Ricky's son. Had to share this one. Shout out to good friends Rodney Mack and Jazz. Man, if you are looking, and I'm not trying to take anything away from APW. APW is the place to go if you're in driving distance of Marianna, Arkansas. You want to go to APW. But if you're in Texas, Irving, Texas, August the 13th, it's $40. It's a pro wrestling camp. And it will be hosted by Dog Pound Pro Wrestling Dojo. You're going to learn from one of the toughest sons of bitches in this business, Rodney Mack, and his wife. And I'm going to say the phrase that she has coined, the bitch is back. Okay, I love Mama to death. She's not a bitch, but that's her gimmick. The bitch is back, and she is a badass motherfucker just like he is. I think I'm more scared of her than I am him.
I think it's everybody.
Because she will fuck you up. Anytime I've worked with them, it's always been a blast. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But if you are in the Irving, Texas area, check it out. Dog Pound Pro Wrestling Dojo. Man, they're putting out some great shows. They're working hard in Texas. You know, OMGs, John Allen and Mike Anthony are products of Rodney Mack and them, really, and they're down there a lot too. We do have a fan question that I'm going to throw up real quick. We're trying not to ignore anybody throughout this show. What do you think is worse, the Vince McMahon hush money trial or the steroid trial? Well, once it goes to trial,
I'm going to say the steroid trial because it was actual a trial against the federal government.
Well, now
it's a bunch of dumb women that hadn't shut the fuck up.
Well, there's that, but there is the fact that there is a federal investigation involved in this now, because apparently he did use several millions in company money that even though it's his company, it's illegal for him to take company funds and pay hush money. Which I don't understand why. I mean, he owns the fucking company. He can do what he wants, but whatever.
If he did that shit in Vegas, it's okay.
Right? That's, but anyway, there's a federal investigation.
We didn't know where this cocksucker happened.
And they're trying to get Kevin Dunn now for the shorting of the stocks or whatever it was. The insider trading issue. They're really digging into Kevin Dunn now.
Look, I can care less. about the fucking government.
Right.
I care less about Kevin Dunn. I want a list of names of the women that were involved. Because if they're getting paid this kind of money,
they can pay us.
they can fucking suck a fucking watermelon through a sonic straw without it fucking breaking, buddy.
Oh, dear Jesus. I was waiting for that one. All right. Well, looks like the show's over, folks. We just got kicked off of YouTube again.
And we ain't even really got started.
I know, right? This one here will be live on Fight TV, XPW, August the 13th. And I threw it
Isn't
up there.
that goof that?
Yes.
Oh, wow. He's actually got real wrestlers on here.
I threw this up here just so that I could rub it in everybody's face who said I don't support XPW. Because to be truthful, like I said before, I like Shellac. Don't like everything he does, but he's good. The fact that Necro Butcher is taking on Shellac in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the King of the Deathmatch title, it's a little stupid seeing as Necro Butcher's just recently gotten out of a wheelchair. He's having a lot of health problems. But hey, if that's what you want to do, go ahead.
TJP, is that Hoovy?
That's Hoovy, the Juice, Return of the Juice Bar. It's Hoovy 2 Guerrero, and TJP.
Oh, shit.
I don't know who they're taking on. They'll also have the first ever women's death match, which is bullshit because that's not the first ever women's death match. Women have been having death matches for months and years now, so this is not the first ever women's death match.
Yeah, it's called marriage.
Well, then there's that too. Yes. There's the Michael Jackson guy, Santana Jackson special appearance. The guy that wrestles like Michael Jackson apparently will be there. Of course, Montana and Kane and St. Clair. And then you got Tara Valkyrie taking on Jody Threat. You got Dirty Ron, bitch. He's going to be there. And then there's Brawlin' Bo Gooper. Brian Cage, of course, will be there. Willie Mack is said to be there this time, but he was said to be there last time and he wasn't there. But there's supposed to be a three-way match with Masada, Brian Cage, and Willie Mack. Women's title match, Tara Valkyrie and Jody Threat. Interesting to see how that pans out. But, I figure I may break down and watch this, but I put this up there for all you XPW fuckers out there that said I ain't supporting the guys. I will support the boys, but Rob Black is a gutless, no-ball having old Ric Flair, Jeff Jarrett rip-off wannabe piece of shit that won't answer my call.
I like Hoovy.
Right? I love Hoovy. I'm not a big fan of TJP, but I like Hoovy. And I like old dirty Ron McDonald down there. And I look forward to seeing this Jackson impersonator down there. And it'll be cool to see Mickey Knuckles. I hadn't seen Mickey Knuckles in action in a while. Hadn't seen Mickey Knuckles in a while. Carnage Rage, I agree. XPW should have stayed dead, but people like it. Somebody tell Rob Black to pick up the phone, return an email or something. Stop being a fucking coward. I have tried to get him on the show since the first show he ran that fucking ran till 4 o'clock in the morning and looked like shit. I wanted him to come on and defend himself. I wasn't going to bury him. If I was going to bury him, I'd buy a shovel and drive over to wherever the fuck he's hiding out at. But whatever. My boy Effie's doing his big gay brunch 5 in Chicago, Illinois. September the 4th. It'll start at 11 in the morning. I figured they'll have this. This is all going to be part of the Second City Summit that they do. 4 Cup Stuff will be a part of this. There's going to be several shows.
That'll be all out is.
Yes. But Tara Valkyrie will be there. Kid Bandit, fucking phenomenal athlete, will be there. I don't know much about Ashton Starr, but I've heard he's good. Edith Surreal will be there. Jay Vidal, I've seen in action a number of times. Incredible in-ring athlete. Perro, he's a pretty good athlete, pretty big guy. And then, of course, coming up this weekend, GCW Homecoming. The Cardonas are going to renew their vows. Do you remember who is going to officiate that, Titanic?
You told me.
Haven. Which is weird. Just out of the blue, Maven's going to come be a reverend all of a sudden. What do we call him? Reverend Maven?
Well, this is sports entertainment.
Rev Mave, you know what I mean? I mean, we got Homecoming this weekend. This is the match that I'm looking forward to the most right here, other than the Second Gear Crew match, because it's always entertaining. I'm looking forward to Effie and John Moxley for the GCW heavyweight title.
Are you getting this?
It's already set up.
Oh.
The link was already sent to me. The deal was already done. The approval was already approved. It will be. I don't know if I'll be at work that night. I know I don't go, like. Do I?
I gotta work till midnight.
I go in at 9 and work sometimes until 7 in the morning. So I don't know if I'll be starting Saturday night or not. If I am, I'll still get to watch some of it before I go to work, and then I'll just come in the next morning and watch it and take a nap and get up and go back to work. But I figure this will be this match here. I'm interested to see how this goes. Huge Effie fan, love John Moxley. Can't go wrong with Moxley. A lot of people are bitching here lately about Moxley. They're saying he's the modern day Ric Flair. Getting a match, 10 minutes in, oh, we got a blade. I think a lot of that has to do with his skin is thin from blading, and so he gets busted open. I mean, last night, Jericho pulled his earring out of his ear, and that's where the blood came from. I don't think it was he bladed. You know what I mean? I mean, there's... People are so critical. If you're going to be a wrestling fan, you know, whatever. John Wayne Murdoch versus Matt Tremont's a part of that. The Briscoes versus Los Masitos. And then this one that was just added, I look forward to it is the Second Gear Crew. Mans Warner, Matthew Justice, and Cowboy Manders up there in the corners, their partner, taking on Blake Christian, Nick Wayne, and Jordan Oliver. And it will get wild. It will get bloody. It will be a battle because Second Gear Crew's involved in it. Bayou Independent Wrestling presents Take Your Best Shot. This will be September 24th. I think I have a flyer for their show coming up here in August as well. If not, I'll pull that flyer back out and put it back up. But they will have Jeremiah Puckett, Tim Storm, Cassidy O'Reilly, and a number of others on there. This will be over at the Gym Center in Fountain Hill, Arkansas. Bell time 7:30. Pretty big show for them. 2 rings, 1 cage. GCW bringing the Art of War Games 2 to everybody. This will be September 3rd. Looking forward to it. It will be at the Grand Sports Arena in Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Tickets, of course, are available online, or you can watch it on Fight, I'm sure. It will be part of the Second City Summit. The Art of War Games 2. Excited to see how this goes down. This one is, actually, this was sent by Mr. Smith, one of our new followers who watches the show with us. Oh, we got a king of what now? What is this? A king of the Indies tournament. Huh. I didn't know they were doing that. I'll have to look into that. And Joey Z said he goes hard. That's why he gets opened up easily. Talking about John Moxley. I agree. I mean, that people bitch so much that it's unreal. But anyway, this is, Pro Wrestling Revolver. You're going to have JT Dunn versus Davey Richards for the title. We got a dream tag match here. The Rascals versus the Motor City Machine Guns. I figure that will be good. Sudden Death Scramble. Now, this of course, is going to have a couple of GCW guys in it. You're going to have Alex Colon, Gringo Loco. And then I don't know who the rest of these guys are, but this Man Scout over here in the corner. Let me see if I can zoom in on this little. He's an AEW employee. This guy right here. Mm-hmm. Old Man Scout. He works for AEW. That's his shoot job. His side job is he still wrestles. Of course, we're going to have Blake Christian versus Rich Swann. I figure that one will be an incredible singles matchup. I think it'll be high flying, hard hitting. So I think it'll be interesting. You're going to have Chris Bay versus Jake Christ. Joe Doring versus Manders. That should be good. 2 Cowboys beating the shit out of each other. Of course, Ace Austin versus Madman Fulton. And then we have a no DQ tornado tag match. Havoc and Starks versus Catch and Alicia. And I don't know who Alicia is. I know who Billy Starks is and Alley Catch. I've seen Havoc some. Huge fan of Starks and Alley Catch from GCW. Alley Catch, not Alley Catch, but actually Billy Starks and I talked the other day. She's actually planning on coming on the show at some point and doing an interview with us. And she's having car trouble. So if anybody wants to purchase some of her gear or anything, she's trying to pay to get her car running. But look her up on Facebook, Billy Starks. Look her up on Twitter. She is Space Jesus. She's a beautiful young lady, very talented. Looking forward to having her on the show. I think we said something about sometime in September or October because she's trying to get caught up right now because she has got a shit ton of bookings. And then we got the Switchblade Rules match. The Switchblades, John Moxley and Sami Callihan taking on Infrared. I don't even know who the fuck that is. So,
Play 50 ass whoop.
Right? That is exactly what I was thinking too. Somebody that's going to get the shit beat out of them and get paid very little. You know, we've all been there. And I've learned from the process of doing this, I'm going to quit throwing up like these little screenshots of segments that I take and just put the picture up and then we'll talk about it. But this one came to me from Ringside News. Ringside News has broke this story, and I felt like it needed to be talked about because, you know, I've said it before. Several people have made the comment. Tony Khan seems to be somewhat unprofessional sometimes, seems to be unprepared sometimes. And now it's affecting how he produces the show. Commentary team has not been happy with the way he talks to them in the headsets. There was one of the commentators from Ring of Honor actually tried to walk out because of it. But Tony Khan is getting to be very unprofessional, yelling, cussing. And the quote that was given to me when I spoke to someone was he's worse than Vince ever was. And Vince was bad. And I can tell you that firsthand. I've been at shows in Gorilla listening to Vince fucking produce the headsets. He's bad. Motherfucker, I said say this. Tony Khan is worse. That makes me worry. Of course, I still got Rika Wildley. He is a pro wrestler here. He is looking to get booked. He will be in Alexandria and Jenna, Louisiana. Also, we still got Clash of the Castle coming up September 3rd. I keep these graphics in here as a reminder that, you know, that's still coming up. Excited for Shayna Baszler and Liv Morgan. Hoping Baszler gets the win. And, of course, we got McIntyre versus Roman. We know McIntyre is going to get that ass beat again. And then I shared this one just for you, baby. Look at there, that ass.
I watched her a little bit. I was kind of trying to find out. I wanted to see how she did. And she got half her titties hanging out, and she got all kinds of ass in the back. So,
well, I mean, I don't watch.
She's
NXT.
a star for me.
There you go. I figured you'd say that. I don't watch NXT religiously, but I have been seeing memes of this girl, and it started to catch my eye. And then I seen where she had posted something about an OnlyFans page, and I'm like, she must be pretty fucking hot if she's doing an OnlyFans page, okay? Because Noelle Foley's showing it all, right? Mm-hmm. So here we go. So I was like, I'm gonna look her up. She shared this on her Twitter page. And so I thought I'll put it on here for Titanic. He likes ass. I'll show the ass. But yeah. What's her name? I don't even know her damn name.
Nikita Lyons.
There you go. Now this one, I shared this because it looks like he's coming back. I thought he was released.
He's some of them guys that are Triple H to bring him back.
Which is great. He's a hell of a wrestler. I just hope they do something decent with him.
They were talking about bringing in back Bray.
I've heard, yeah. We may talk about that on a little bit later note. Now, this one here is a little bit of dream booking, if you will. We've talked about it before here on the show. We've talked about WWE's long-term deal, long-term booking. there can only be one head of the table. Will it be The Rock? Will it be Roman? Could this really happen this year? Could this be the year that The Rock comes back and does WrestleMania Goes Hollywood and takes Roman down?
Will the 50-year-old Rock do it?
I mean, here's the thing. There's no time like the present in the wrestling business, okay? It's hotter today than it's ever been because there's so many different products out there. But The Rock, he's spreading himself too thin. Because now he's working with Vice TV to promote stories from the territories.
Yes.
He's owner of XFL. He does a shit ton of movies and TV shows. He's also got the Young Rock and things like that going on. So, I mean, does he have the time? I know he's in shape. It's not a question of if he's in shape and if he can go. Because I promise you his cardio is great. That motherfucker is jacked. The question is, at 50 years old, does he want to come back? How much rust is going to be there? Because he hasn't been active in a wrestling ring in forever. So how much rust? And does he want to risk getting hurt and possibly miss making some movies and some money?
See, he did what, 28 and 29?
Mm-hmm.
And then he came back and did, he showed up at 31, 32. He, had that.
Joey says that Lyons is a star. But he came back at 32 and had what? You cut out.
That little match with the White family.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's The Rock. Of course we want to see him come back.
Right.
It's like it was Steve Austin. We wanted to see him open that can of whoop ass and stomp a mud hole in Kevin Owens' ass there in Dallas, Texas. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But can he afford it? Will he do it? We don't know. I mean, it's all up to him. Now, like I said, we reported it here. His schedule for the first quarter of next year is open. He's not doing any movies in the first quarter. That doesn't mean he's not doing a TV show or something. But now he is writing for Vice TV, so that may be interference. Also, may be a good reason for him to go do it, so he can do some interviews with some people. You never know. You never know. I mean, there's always something.
Stay tuned.
But could be the year that we get The Rock versus Roman. I've heard lots of rumors about people saying stuff about Cody right now, second guessing coming back to WWE, seeing as you went and started a company, you buried the guy that you worked for, and now you're working for him again. And he's in charge.
Well, Cody's even said that Triple H is his favorite wrestler, so I don't think there's going to be a problem.
I don't either. I think they had respect. I think when he came back, they cleared the air. But I think people like to just guesstimate on shit. Now, this is another Tony Khan fuck up. Let's talk about this one. Let's dive into it real well. And Carnage, I'm going to throw your comment up real quick and touch on it. You're right. If he does keep doing the stupid shit he's doing, it's going to end up just as bad as WCW did in its final days. And let's talk about Dave Meltzer real quick. Because me and Titanic loves from Dave Meltzer. I don't know why he praises Tony Khan like he does. Because I am hearing nothing but bad shit about Tony Khan. But this is stupidity. He come out on TV. I bought Ring of Honor. He didn't file for the transfer paperwork. He didn't file for the transfer paperwork until sometime in May or June. And he's been running shows this whole time. And Sinclair has been responsible, and Sinclair is not happy. How you going to buy a company and be some rich billionaire smartass and you ain't even going to do the right legal shit to protect yourself, because honestly, if you don't file the transfer paperwork, technically Sinclair could take that bitch back, or you end up making them responsible for some shit that your dumb ass does. What the fuck, Tony Khan? What the fuck? Like, are you that ignorant? I mean, I'm really starting to think he's pretty fucking dumb, guys. I really am. Okay, like, I can't figure it out. I don't know why. Why would you buy something? I mean, if you buy something, the first thing I do, if I would have bought my motorcycle yesterday, I went and looked. I had to pick my son's motorcycle up. We were talking about this before we went on the air.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I would have done, I would have went and filed that fucking title. Paid my taxes on it. Got my insurance on it. All that shit. I'm not leaving on my motorcycle from that dealership until I got insurance on it. So how you not going to file your transfer paperwork? Because you can't get insurance if you don't file your transfer paperwork, from what I understand when it comes to shit like this. And you have to have insurance bonds and all kinds of shit to protect yourself, to protect the arena, so that you're not liable if someone gets hurt at a show. Like,
True.
What the fuck? I mean, I think Tony Khan has lost his fucking marbles. I don't even know what to say to something like that. How, and you're getting denied a TV deal. Is that because Sinclair is telling people, hey, I still own it, don't give that motherfucker a TV deal? Could that be the reason now? I mean, there's so many what ifs and whys, and he's ran what, 3 shows since he's took over Ring of Honor? And I say took over loosely because apparently he don't have his, he finally got his shit filed. It's not been approved yet, but it's been filed. I don't know. it's Tony Khan, man. Carnage Rage, I like your opinion. I think the company should have been given to Hunter. He's now running WWE, and I think he would have done great things with Ring of Honor. He could have used them. He could have brought them in, put them with NXT. I think that would have been smart. And Joey Z, I'm going to throw your comment up there because he's finally starting to do some of that. He needs to appoint the people in charge of all the different stuff. Yes, he does. And he's finally starting to do that because now he's got Sanjay Dutt and a number, like Christopher Daniels, a number of other people that he's moving up into these office positions. But is he really going to give them the authority? I mean, Vince could do what Vince did because Vince had a brain that revolved around wrestling. But Tony Khan can't do it because Tony Khan has grown up a fan, not in the wrestling business. He grew up outside of it as a fan, and this is no offense to anybody, but he grew up a Mizark that has no fucking clue. Because he's fucking himself over. He's fucking all the boys over. And we'll get to that later on, too. I've got some more about that to talk about. Some of the boys ain't very happy. Let's see. Tony Khan buys Ring of Honor, but didn't even follow up. Yeah, there's a lot of people mad at Tony Khan. We also got, I threw this up here. Like I said, there's stuff out of order today because I have been under the weather. But this is Bayou Independent Wrestling schedule for the rest of the year right here and the start of next year. This is not their complete schedule for next year. They said there may be 2 or 3 more shows thrown in. But if you are in the northern part of Louisiana, the southern part of Arkansas, and in the central part of Mississippi, these are all shows that you should go check out. They have some great talent. Cassidy O'Reilly, Tim Storm, Jeremiah Plunkett from NWA. This one here coming up on the 21st, Will Ospreay versus Ricky Knight Jr. We talked about it a while. This one you sent to me today. This is happening tomorrow night. And if I'm not mistaken, she was just down here wrestling. Armaris Blair. I think she wrestled one of our ladies down here. There's my boy Matt Boyce. I hadn't seen him in forever. Of course, old Bam Bam Bundy with the chop heard around the world.
He's the one that I think has got a big part in this.
Hey, I'm proud for him. Back to school with the king. They're going to be at the Selmer Community Center. That's cool. I mean, I'm glad to see them doing stuff like that. I didn't mention a couple of guys on there, but I will give a shout out to Christian James. Don't know who he is, and Trace Hunter, the other one. Go fuck yourself. I don't like you. You're not even worth what your last name says you are, okay? Moving right along. Chris Jericho last night, guys. He got his ass handed to him. Look at that fucking gash.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a bloody, brutal match him and John Moxley had. Of course, High Voltage. This is Ultimate Wrestling Experience or some shit. They will be in Jena, Louisiana on September 17th. Of course, we got the one-man gang, Akeem the African Dream. We got NWA Scott Putsky, Mr. Texas, Mark Von Erich, legendary referee. And, of course, we got Black Bart down there as well, and James Beard. They will be wrestling for Reefs August 27th in Alexandria, Louisiana. The 19th and 20th, this is up in your neck of the woods in Newport, Tennessee. They will be running a fair show. And, of course, happy birthday to Handsome Jimmy this Sunday, August the 14th. They will be at the Southside Recreation Center in High Point, North Carolina. It's the Boogie Woogie Man's 80th birthday bash. Bringing it to you, Chance Prophet, Rob Killjoy, Snotty Fox versus Savage Kincaid. Also, we got Wrestle Rave here. This one looks to be pretty good. It will be down in Houston, Texas. If I were going, this would be the match that, in my opinion, I'd be going for right here. Dmitry Alexandrov taking on Sawyer Wreck. It is a Wrestle Rave Deathmatch Championship. And I've watched her in death matches. She's a fine-looking little specimen. Titanic, wake up. We're on the job, sir. You got to stay awake. We're going to have to move you into an office, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to move you into an office. You got to stay awake. Carnage Rage said that this is why wrestling in Japan is more better than it is in the United States, because they actually listen to their fan base. I agree. Will Ospreay is going to retain the Rev Pro. I agree there with Mr. Smith. I agree that he is going to retain that Rev Pro title. And Akira, is going to win the Rev Pro Cruiserweight Championship. That'll be interesting to see. I like Akira. I worked a couple of shows with him. But this one here in Houston, Texas, looking to be a good show. This one here is in Generetta, Louisiana. Generetta. Some of the names of our towns are a little hard to pronounce. And I think after clarification, that is Mustang Mike.
Jack.
Yes. I think that's one of his pictures. But yes, he will be a part of this. This is Gulf State Wrestling. He does a lot around here. He is a well-known name around here. And, of course, this young lady right here, and every time I go to talk about her, I forget her fucking name. But she's so good looking, so talented in the ring. She's got to go somewhere. She's really good at what she does. Of course, Mustang Mike and Vordell Walker will be taking on the Southern Stretching Crew. This is for Legacy Championship Wrestling. King of Sports. These guys will be, I'm trying to find out which, our good friend Walker Hayes will be there taking on Justin Cole. They will be at the Summerall High School August 20th. And I don't know. I think it's in Mississippi, isn't it?
Oh,
I can't remember. See, I got to learn to keep up with shit. I'm half asleep. It's just been a rough 2 days for me. Of course, Pro Wrestling 225. Danger Zone, August 27th. Of course, there's Mustang Mike up in the corner. Of course, the Russian. This dude here, man, he's been getting his ass in some trouble. Down in Houma, Louisiana. Looking forward to this one on the 27th. And then there's Infection. I'm guessing it's 6, right? I'm just kidding. That's this Saturday night. We got Talk is Cheap. Now, I've added a couple of things to do with this because this is AML, and they'll be brought up later on in the show, too. Arn and Brock will be there. Gunner will be there, formerly known as Jackson Riker. Rachel Ellering, Brad Attitude, FTR, Brian Cage. Going to be a huge show. This is in North Carolina. They also will have an Eye for an Eye coming up in North Carolina on the 24th of September. And then this one here is in October. Throwdown in G-Town. Gastonia, North Carolina. These guys are staying. They stay pretty busy, from what I understand, the AML, and they have a lot to do with FTR. So I'm wondering what they have to do with it. But Saturday, August 27th, this is World Class Extreme Wrestling. They will be in Wadesboro, North Carolina. And then, of course, we talked about New Era Wrestling. That's coming up August 13th. They will be having their 2022 Annual Contenders Cup. And then this one here happening tomorrow. Now, this apparently is two companies teaming up. It's the Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling and Dream Women's Wrestling. They are presenting Rising Tides tomorrow night. And these are just two of the ladies that will be competing on the show. Kids are free with a paid adult. Then, of course, you got the funeral, 10, 29, 22, local wrestling for Halloween. And then, Titanic, can you read that one?
I wish I hadn't said it was my last match that's going to get heat. This is from Ric Flair.
Yes, sir. Woo!
I watched that the other day, yesterday.
And the sad thing is, and like I said, we talked about it on last week. He left as soon as his last match was over, went to fucking Puerto Rico and managed his son-in-law and Andre down there in Puerto Rico, and him and Carlos Colon got physical. And Carlos wants him to wrestle. And Carlos says, you and me, we have match. Rick says, no, brother, I just retired. He says, but you know retire in Puerto Rico. Rick says, shit.
I can't fucking retire everywhere. God damn it.
He's going to have to do a retirement tour. He's just going to have to go to Puerto Rico and Japan and just fucking retire everywhere, I guess. Or he might die in the fucking ring at some point and not have to retire anymore. I don't know. Apparently, he had dehydrated and passed out twice during his last match, but now he is regretting retirement. So there you go. Apparently, New Japan and Stardom are teaming up. Mr. Smith, look at there, always got some new insight for us. They're teaming up, and they're making an IWGP Women's World Championship. Now that's cool. I don't know. B. Priestley may return for that. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, she is a hell of a competitor. But this Ric Flair thing really got to me. And then our good friend Conrad Thompson, I've pulled some segments from some of his stuff here because he was talking with Jeff Jarrett, right? And we knew it was all a work. But now, what does this mean? It's all part of a bigger master plan?
Are they going to do this shit? Keep doing this shit again?
Hold on just a minute, because he talked about a year ago, no, I'm not doing wrestling. I'm not promoting wrestling. I'm not negotiating finishes. I don't want to be involved in the politics. I like my lane. But he comes down here and he says, if I don't do it, I'll wonder what if. So let's do it. We rolled the dice. He said, I couldn't be more tickled with the results. What does that mean? Also, he gives kudos to Vince McMahon and Tony Khan for allowing Jeff Jarrett to team up, a WWE star, to team up with an AEW Ring of Honor star to take on Ric Flair, who's not with anybody. Because he said that these two gentlemen opened that forbidden door and approved this before, it happened. And that picture was meant to be with me bitching about Tony Khan, which I'm still bitching about Tony Khan. I bitch about Tony Khan all the time because he's getting to be the worst fucking promoter in this business, pal.
Well, that's what they look like after Jacksonville plays a football game.
And look, okay, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I know the Hall of Fame game doesn't really count, so let's touch on that for a minute. I know it doesn't really count. Okay, preseason week 1 starts tonight. I'm excited for it. I'm glad fucking football is going to be back on TV. But he's going to be making that face a lot. because the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, they didn't play. They didn't play their starting quarterback. They didn't play their new starter. A bunch of their new guys that they got.
God, I hope not. They sucked.
I think Jacksonville will be a decent team, but Dallas is going to thump that fucking head for them when they go down there and play.
It looked like they rented their football players from the fucking kindergarten class and said, "Here you go, have fun."
Didn't I tell you? I was like, wait, are the fucking Raiders playing a high school team or what?
I turned over. I wasn't even watching. I was like, oh, shit, I forgot football was on tonight. I was so excited, and then I forgot. My wife was watching her and her mother on a scary movie kick, and Halloween ain't even here yet, but we love Halloween. I mean, I've done pulled the Halloween decorations out of the attic. We're getting ready to put them up, but you text me that, and you said that it looked like they were playing high schoolers. I said, dude, I gotta turn this game on. I started watching, and I was like, holy fuck, I could have made that play work. What are they doing wrong? Like, it was horrible.
Well, you're thinking, look, you're dealing with USFL, XFL people that are going to be playing that league. You're dealing with those people in those leagues. I mean,
it was horrible. But if that's the face he makes after a Jacksonville game, he's going to be making that face a lot. But no, this has to do with communication issues. And here again, we talk about the comparison to Vince McMahon. We're being told Tony Khan is worse. That is the statement that we are really getting right now. And it's not a laughing matter.
Well, I'm kind of wondering if he's kind of like Vince.
Is he paying hush money?
Is he paying the hush money too? We'll find out.
And I've never, and I'm going to say this, I've never seen Kevin Dunn on a headset, okay? When I was there, it was Michael Hayes, it was Bruce Pritchard, Vince. I've seen Shane on the headset at Gorilla. I've never really
Kevin's out in the truck though, isn't he?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I never really got to interact with Kevin, so I don't know how he works when it comes to that. He may be yelling into that headset, but the guys that I was always around and seen and was involved in when they were on the headset, Vince was the worst. I mean, he would, motherfucker, I said do this. Go to break. Come back and do this, and just he was always Vince McMahon. Everybody else was always, hey, we got to, make sure you plug this. We're going to, they're like sponsorship coming up, and they'd put the Snickers ad up. But it kills me that Tony Khan is worse. That's horrible. That's horrible. I mean, if he, I haven't. Thank God.
It wasn't supposed to be that way.
No, he was supposed to be better. He was supposed to be the greatest savior of the world, right? He's coming to save pro wrestling from the devil McMahon.
Now that the devil's getting his blowjobs and shit.
Right.
And look,
XFL
if I'm paying
on
$20 million,
hold
if I'm paying $20 million, let me tell you something. That shit better not be stopping.
Looks like XFL is on hold because XFL is being sued over some of Vince McMahon's deals. I'm getting a call. I'm going to have to be muted for a minute. Titanic, take over.
What the fuck am I supposed to say? I have no fucking clue. Let me pull up the page. Yep. You never got to see Bucky Beaver. Who is Bucky Beaver, Carnage? Never got to see Bucky Beaver. Who is Bucky Beaver, Carnage? Never got to see. I'm not sure who Bucky is. Oh, dear God. It was in the name of Chip Gordon. That's good shit. That's good shit. Clinton, where did you hear about the XFL? Because I've not heard anything. And I'm like, I be watching all these sports shows all the time. So you could tell me about that. I'd love to know. So Tony Khan you had earlier looked like he was high on cocaine already. Well, sometimes that's what it takes to get through. Yep. So I got anything else y'all want to ask? Because I don't know what's going on, what he's talking about, who he's on the phone with. You know,
Sorry about that. It seems that everybody wants to call and fucking harass me between 12 and 2. I tell them every day on Thursday, 12 and 2, I'm busy.
well, we're in the middle of a cocaine bid for Tony Khan.
Sounds great. And I was reading the comments, man. I agree. I didn't know that he paid $5,000 to Christy Hemme, though. I know that he's up to $12.9 million in payout money. We talked about that earlier, but I did not know that he paid money to Christy Hemme. I knew he had some issues with Christy Hemme.
Where's that at?
What?
The Christy Hemme.
Right here in the comments.
Who said that?
Smith. Clinton.
Did
Smith?
I miss it?
You must have. But you said that you said something about 5,000 in hush money. But yeah, and I agree. I didn't know that Jim was the one that gave Kevin Dunn the Bucky nickname, but I have heard that nickname used for him before. But no, I never got to. I didn't like going in the truck because I knew that it wasn't fun. I always liked producing house shows. I didn't like producing the TV shows. That was the worst fucking part. So when I got a chance to produce house shows, I helped produce one of the Hall of Fames down here in New Orleans, but that was it. Of course, we got Yamato going to GCW, 4-Cup stuff. That'll be part of the second City Summit. You go ahead and do what you're doing. You're doing great. I'm just going to kind of run through some of these slides and get them off here because we have so many. I've even got some slides that I pulled up from last night. I took some action shots during AEW show. Looking forward to this one. Billy Starks will be tagging up with, I think it's Brian Alvazira. I can't read the damn name. They don't put when they do the cursive shit, but that'll be pretty good. Of course, Rich Swan's going to be at 4-Cuff stuffed. Sorry, went too far, too fast. You got George South taking on Effie at Sanctioned, and now this will not be part of the Second City Summit, which, Second City Summit, we've already said, is around the same time as All Out will be. This will be at Sanctified. And they're also going to have Ricky Morton, Kerry Morton, and Axton Ray. Not sure who Axton Ray is, but he's going to be taking on Jordan Oliver, Billy Starks, and Chris Hamrick. And I got to reach out to a family member on Chris Hamrick because if I'm not mistaken, I think he is related to my mother's biological father somewhere on that side. I think because their last name was Hamrick, if I'm not mistaken. This one I have to share. Huge. I don't know if anybody is a UFC fan. I watched Brock when he was in UFC, and I've always loved Conor McGregor just because I think he's an arrogant prick. Fuck you motherfucker. I'm going to break your fucking face. And him and Dustin Poirier, let me just say, I was disappointed that his ankle fucking broke and his wonky leg and all that shit. And that we didn't get the last fight between him and Dustin. So I hope that maybe there's a way we can get that back. But this is amazing. Conor McGregor and Jake Gyllenhaal are going to be doing a remake of Roadhouse. Yeah? Even your fucking wonky leg. Titanic, you fucking wonky ass. Stay awake over there, you son bitch.
I'm awake.
Are you now? You was dozing off a while ago, you son bitch.
I ain't gonna lie. Now there was times I was dozing,
But this will make my wife happy because she loves Conor McGregor, and I do too. He's fucking hilarious. Especially when he gets on a good rant. I remember at the end of the fight with him and Dustin Poirier where he broke his ankle. He was, and I've shared the clip. I don't know if I still have it up or not because YouTube was being a real bitch a while back. But he was yelling at Dustin Poirier as Poirier was walking out of the octagon. You fuck you, motherfucker. This ain't over. It ain't over and shit. And he's like, fuck you. Your fucking wife's a hoe. She's in my DMs, bro. She's in my DMs and shit. And I'm like, you got a broke fucking ankle, okay? It's snapped clear in half. Shut the fuck up before he comes over and kicks you in your jaw and it looks like your ankle. Because, like, just shut up.
yeah, Connor don't know how to shut up.
He's funny as hell, though. It's great.
Yeah. Did you watch the boxing fight between him and Floyd Mayweather?
No, I didn't.
That was good shit.
I'll have to watch that.
It went all 10 rounds.
Really?
No, he ended up getting TK'd out. I'm sorry.
I remember.
It was like in the 10th round, though. He got TKO'd.
I was going to say, I remember hearing him say that he took the loss for him to take more money or some shit. And I was like, I don't think he took the loss. I think Floyd Mayweather probably knocked him the fuck out.
Wore the fuck out.
Like, I figured he was like, just lay me out. I'm done. Your boxing skills are better than mine. I'm a fighter. I'm not a boxer. Lay me out. I'm done.
You could tell who's the one that was used to going the distance.
Right. Clayton Smith or Clinton. I don't want to offend you. That's why I call you Mr. Smith. He says, I have a complaint about Rich Swann. Why is it every time Rich Swann wins the title, he ends up having to drop it like he won the TNA and Impact just to lose to Kenny Omega? I don't know. A lot of people use him as a transitional champion. I agree. He really doesn't get the credit he's due. But Carl, I shared this one just for you, my brother.
I saw that.
It's fucking great. The most comical Brock Lesnar shirt I have ever seen. And I almost have to go to our link at the bottom of this video. Speaking of which, I will be putting up all of our links because we got a shit ton of new ones that I will talk about here in a minute. But I almost had to go to our WWE link and buy this shirt just because it's fucking great. Get plowed down at Tractor Town, Brock Lesnar. God, that's good shit. I mean, I don't know who fucking designed that shirt, but that's fucking great. I love it. Him using that tractor. Oh my God. That's something that they'll never forget. That's something I'll never forget. Hell, I've seen a lot of things. I've been in this business for 20 years. I've seen a lot of fucking things. I've seen people wrestle bears. I've seen people fucking with tigers. I've seen all kinds of shit. I ain't never seen somebody take a tractor to the fucking ring and pick the ring up with a tractor. I've seen them flip cars.
Wow.
I ain't never seen a fucking ring be picked up by a tractor. Okay. That's a good fucking shirt. And
how can you get that shirt? Go to www.shop.com.
Click the link. I will post the www.shop.com link in the description box below this video when we conclude today. You got to click the link that we post and buy that shirt so that they'll help promote Dynasty of Wrestling and On Deck with Titanic. As a matter of fact, I clicked our link from the video from last week and I ordered you and me some of Brock's seasoning.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Mr. Smith, I agree. I think when my paycheck hits the bank on Tuesday, my ass may be ordering that shirt as well. And I don't, like I said, if it's not something that our sponsors don't make, I don't wear it. Like my shirt right now is from Twisted Gorilla. It says I drink and I know things. And if you watched, Game of Thrones, you know who I'm talking about. I think it's not Tyrion. Maybe it was Tyrion Lannister. I can't remember the little fucking short guy's name now, but he's a Lannister. He was the heel, and he was the protagonist. It was funny shit. You got to watch it, Titanic. I'm telling you. He's the most entertaining fucking character on that show. But I don't wear anything that our sponsors don't make, so I think this will be added to the collection eventually because that shirt is that's fucking great, man. That's better than the Roman Who's Your Daddy or I'm Your Daddy shirt.
I love that shirt.
Fuck that shirt. He ain't my damn daddy. My daddy dead. Piss on his
And
grave
it's a
too.
it's a 4X. You can get up to a 4X.
Well, I will buy you a fucking Roman's your daddy shirt, you little bitch.
I love it.
Is Paul Heyman your mama? But I had to throw this in there because I love this shirt. The minute I seen it, I was like, man, that shirt's fucking gold. Last night, AEW had Quake by the Lake. Pretty stacked card. We're going to kind of run through some of that now. Of course, the main event was Moxley versus Jericho Lionheart. Chris Jericho, not La Champion, not the Wizard, not the Sports Entertainer. We're talking the Lionheart. Came out as the Lionheart. But the opening contest of the evening, we see Darby here jumping Brody King. Man, Brody King going through that table. That casket match
was something else.
It was. And I love this spot right here. And I love how I got that shot as he's doing that Code Red sunset flip off the ropes.
Right.
And bringing Brody down. And then, the lights went out and they came out. And here's Buddy over there opening the fucking coffin. And there's Sting in it. Sting's got his face painted a little different. He's in the ring with Malachi. He throws him the bat. And was it a sign of respect? What's wrong? Was it a sign of respect? Was it a sign of fuck you, we'll have our moment later? Is the Redeemer coming to join? Is the Redeemer?
It almost reminded me of the days where Sting used to come down to the ring in WCW and toss him a bat.
Yep.
And see if they was going to hit him.
Yep.
And I love this whole story they're telling between Aleister and Sting.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, where are we going with it? Are they going to fight? Are they going to team up? Is Sting behind the House of Black? Is Sting going to be a part of the House of Black? Is he against them? And then, of course, you got the thing with Miro. He got misted too. And now Julian Hart trying to get Miro to accept the darkness and him. You can't touch me. There's only one woman can touch that Redeemer. It's good shit, but it's just, man. And like I said, it was a hell of a match. Hell of a match. I love the match, but that added to it. And then, of course, he choked him out with his own chain. He fell right into the coffin. Darby Allin would win. This was funny. I had to share this. Ass boys.
Look, Billy Gunn for shoot loves Danhausen.
Oh, I know.
I've seen some videos about him with him.
Yes.
And he loves some Danhausen.
Ass boys. It's us and the big bearded guy. Ass boys. See you on Friday.
He's the one that started that shit.
I love it. It's great.
They started that. Danhausen started that shit at fucking conventions and shit.
Yes. Every time you'd see him, it's the Ass Boys.
Your dad's Mr.
Mr. Ass, the dad of the Ass Boys.
You're the Ass Boys because your dad's Mr. Ass.
That's right. But looking forward to that. I had to share some of this here because they are starting to build up for the trios. They had Rush and an Andre in action taking on Penta and Phoenix. I love that Canadian Destroyer. Fucking Penta does so good with it. I
fucking love Wardlow. You just saw a real fucking man right there.
Yeah, let me just flip on over to that because that's where it's at, man. Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and that dude they bring out with them.
And the thing is, I don't understand. Where did FTR belong in this conversation? And then all of a sudden, Wardlow's like, he said, yeah, you could have the match, but right now I'm kicking all three of your asses.
And then you hear FTR's music. And in my opinion, this may be some of that long-term storytelling that's going on. Because they were in the Pinnacle together. They felt bad for Wardlow at some points when he was being treated like shit by MJF. But I'm like you. I don't understand where FTR came into this at, but here they are, all three of them hitting the ring, and then Jay Lethal wants to dive in. Wardlow catches him, throws him over. There's the big rig. They take out Jay Lethal, kick him out of the ring, and the baby faces are left standing tall.
I'm ready to see Wardlow. Power bomb that big motherfucker.
I am too. I want to see it.
Oh,
If he can do it, that'll be
that'd be okay. So
fucking
I can see
incredible.
this. I can see this being a 6-man tag, and they put in FTR putting that big motherfucker on his
On his
shoulders.
shoulders, yes, like the old fucking
Shield.
yes, the old shield bomb.
Boom. I mean, you know the fucking crowd's gonna eat that shit alive.
I love this. Mr. Smith says, so we got the Pinnacle versus Sanjay and Lethal and Kali 2.0. Actually, I think he's bigger than Kali, to be honest with you. I think he legit's taller than Kali. He's a big son of a bitch, but I want to see him get power bombed. I don't know where FTR came into that, other than that, the history of being in the Pinnacle together, and them just having his back out of respect. And again, it could have just been, in my opinion, and this is what I said to my wife. I said, they're throwing a lot of random people out here. I wonder if they're going to be one of the teams that sticks to the wall and, let's throw them in the trios division at some point, or we're just throwing shit together and we're letting people go out and do shit to help other people out so we can get them on TV, because we don't have enough time for TV for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it'd be pretty cool to get the trio titles on these guys.
I mean, if FTR and them get the fucking trios belts with Wardlow, they already got the AAA belts, the New Japan belts, and the fucking Ring of Honor belts. All they're missing is the fucking AEW tag belts, and then the trios belts, and then fuck, that'd be, there you go. 8-star FTR. Their stars go up for every title reign. I had somebody ask me the other day, why are they 7-star FTR? I said, because now they've held 7 different tag belts. Do you not understand the concept here? Like, some people just don't get it, brother. Some people, I worry about people. Here we go. This is your girl, okay? Jade Cargill. Dominant bitch, man. She's badass. Madison Rayne getting this title shot. She got jaded. Jade Cargill, still your TBS champion, 36-0, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got attacked by Athena. And so I'm guessing we're going to get Athena versus Jade Cargill again at some point.
Oh, yeah, we will.
How far is she going to go? I mean, they're 36-0. She is improving in the ring. I'll give her that.
I don't know. Somebody's got to beat her eventually.
Well, yeah, eventually, but right now we're looking at 36-0. And really, and I'm not trying to step on any toes, but she's going to surpass everybody else as the longest reigning champion in AEW. Like, between her and FTR, they may be the longest reigning champions of anything, because, like, Moxley and Punk now, it looks like with Punk being back, we're going to get Moxley and Punk finally at All Out or All In or whatever the fuck they're calling it this year. But you stop and think about it all, and you're like, man, she's held that belt pretty much since its inception. Ain't been nobody else.
She's the only champion they've had.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There ain't been nobody else.
And I don't remember how many wins she had at the time.
Right.
Was she 8-0 or something like that?
Something. I can't remember. She won. I mean, she won all the way through the damn tournament, won the belt. And that's what I'm saying. What was it? Moxley was a year as the heavyweight champion. She's going to surpass that.
At least it ain't going to be no inflation on her record.
Right. Man, I don't know though. She's getting better. It is what it is though. Mr. Smith said that Kali is more jacked than Kali 2.0, which is true. Kali was jacked. He did choke slam Big Show like a chew toy and didn't even break a sweat. That is true. I do think that dude's just taller though. Like, he is just fucking incredibly tall. Of course, I had to share this because my boy Ricky Starks, I love catching these action shots, him giving that backdrop to Aaron Solo. And of course, October 12th and 13th, they will be in Toronto, Canada for their debut for Dynamite and Rampage. Love that spear, man. Fucking vicious. Beat Aaron Solo's ass. And of course, you got Lionheart, Chris Jericho, making his way to the ring to take on What some people said should have been Dean Ambrose last night since we got Lionheart back, but it was Jon Moxley, and it shouldn't have been Dean Ambrose because Moxley was actually Moxley before Dean Ambrose. If you follow his track record, but a lot of people I don't know. I think they had a pretty good match. I mean, he brought out the best in Jericho. I will say that Jericho he's in good shape to be at his age. That DDP yoga, some serious shit.
Is that what he's doing?
He's doing a lot of it, yes. I mean, he still works out, but he does DDP yoga. Now I'm gonna make a confession here because I guess I need to call Paige up and be like, brother, I need to come stay at your house for a couple of months so I can get in shape because there's something seriously fucking wrong because I'm doing your program, but I don't look like Jericho. I gotta look like Jericho, okay? Like, your program ain't working for me, motherfucker. I'm still fat. I do your Road Warrior poses. I do your bang poses. I do it all, brother. I'm over here doing this fucking workout and it ain't working. I'm still fat. Jericho comes walking out and he's in fucking great shape. And I'm still over here fucking, oh my God, I can still barely move. It hurt. What the fuck? What's wrong with you, Paige? Your goddamn program ain't working for me. It pisses me off. Fuck you, Paige. Oh, man. But, yeah. Jericho, man, phenomenal shape. He really is. Punk looked like he was in pretty good shape last night, too. He looked like he had been hitting the gym while he was at home, which
yeah,
is
he
a
looked
good
like
thing.
he got a little jacked up.
Which is a good thing because he didn't look too well before he left. And when he came back, now he's in better shape. But talking about the Sanjay Dutt thing, Sanjay Dutt, I figure we'll get a 6-man tag match out of all that with Sanjay and Jay and all of them. But Jericho and Moxley, I was impressed. I love how they got everybody in at the end. Punk and everybody come out. Of course, this one right here, I love it. And I'm not talking about the match. I'm talking about if you look right here, it says Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. That's the new spinoff from Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. It's about one of the historical families from the TV show that I reference, and I'm wearing the shirt that's referenced. Because I drink and I know things, man. That's what I do. But I'm also excited about this match because we have an Andre Idolo, Dragon Lee, and Rush versus the Young Bucks and who? Because last night we seen them go and try to talk and make up with Hangman. And Hangman's like, maybe y'all should have a partner that you didn't turn on. And Brandon Cutler's like, well, maybe it should be me. Y'all didn't turn on me, blah, blah, blah. But not sure.
Kenny?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Kenny Omega's return is happening next week. But that would be too soon, in my opinion, because I was under the impression that he's coming back at the pay-per-view.
Well, you got to wrestle. You got to make it all the way to the pay-per-view to win the trios titles.
Well, that could be it. I mean, he could, do this to do that. But I don't know. Like, I
thought it was going to be Hangman, but once Hangman took his name out of it,
yeah, I was shocked because I thought after he saved them last week from Adam Cole and them, that they were going to kind of come back and be the Elite again, and I was like, okay, so we're gonna get Hangman and the Bucks, and it'll be good. But now I'm thinking Kenny Omega's coming back. I even thought, I hoped against hope that maybe, just maybe, that Tony Khan would sign the Villain. I don't know. The Villain was a very good trios champion in Japan. Him and I think it was PCO, Brody King, Flip Gordon. They were Villain Enterprises. They were Ring of Honor trios champions. They were I think they were also the trios champions in Japan.
Well, if it ain't Kenny, they made a new signing.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It's got to be somebody big if it ain't Kenny. But who? That's the thing. I'm not getting. I mean, they're not budging when it comes to information about upcoming appearances. So I don't know. It would have to be a partner they haven't turned on. It's somebody that they've known, but they haven't turned on. So I don't know. Mr. Smith says that here AEW is trying to sign Dragon Lee. If they do, Tony better not fuck this up. He's a phenomenal talent. So I don't know, but Dragon Lee has done several shows with AEW, and it looks to me like he's probably going to be under contract real soon, especially if he's being featured on their main product. Be kind of stupid not to. I'm thinking Kenny's coming back. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't think there's really another option for these guys.
I don't either.
I don't. I mean, because Brandon Cutler, no disrespect to Brandon Cutler, but he's not
elite.
Right. Like, he's not elite. He may be the Bucks' friend and he may be good at his job, but he's not where he needs to be in that ring with somebody like an Andre and Rush and Dragon Lee. And I like Brandon Cutler, but he's not that good. I'm sorry. I'm not that good. But I feel like it's Omega. I don't feel like there's another option.
Well, we already know Andrade's a bad motherfucker. Ask his father-in-law.
And then, of course, I threw this one up there because we're talking AEW and Brody King. He has actually been named as a special guest for AML Wrestling over in Hickory, North Carolina. He will be at their Eye for an Eye show. He is their first special guest that they have announced. So I can only imagine who all else they'll get if Brody King's going to be there. Carlito is involved in this show. They're going to be down in Australia. This is actually happening Saturday down in Australia. It's Revolution 5, the Future Wrestling Australia or some shit. I don't know who any of these other people are, but Carlito has been down there quite a bit, apparently.
Hey, that was the girl that played Drake Maverick's wife.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
She's been doing a lot of bookings. I can't remember her name, but yeah, she's fucking hot.
Well, I'll agree there. Also, this one's coming up August 20th. This will be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. C1W Live XP, the Oval. I don't know what some of this is. This is stuff people send to me. I'm trying to promote it. Combat Zone Wrestling presents. It's Live XP, the Oval. The Rep versus, I'm guessing it's CMD. Not sure what it stands for, but that looks like to be a good show. Now, this one here, Hawkesbury. This is Luke Hawks. He played Steve Austin in The Young Rock. He wrestles for the NWA. He is the owner and operator of Wildcat Promotions, which used to be an NWA product down here in Louisiana. That is his son. Now, this is Luke Hawks, and this is his son here. They are the tag team of Hawks Array. They're going to be in a 10-team battle royale on night 2 of the NWA 74 that's going on. And it looks, the United States Tag Team Championships are coming back. So there we go. I mean, exciting news there. Maybe they'll win it. That's who I'm cheering for, is my Louisiana boys. Anytime somebody from my area goes somewhere and gets a shot, I'm cheering for them. Cheering for my boy Tyrus. I don't see him beating Trevor. Trevor's a bad motherfucker. I don't see him beating Trevor, though, for the NWA title. But, hell, he's still the reigning television champion, so Tyrus, tear it up. But exciting news here is they're going to be in this 10-team battle royale for the United States Tag Team Championships, which are returning to the NWA. Also, I brought this one up because this, of course, Rampage is tomorrow night. But if you notice the name change here, Ty Mello. Now, we know she just married Sammy Guevara.
Yep.
But the story behind the name change is that, of course, is her shoot name. That is her shoot name, Ty Mello, it's actually Tynora something Mello something, I don't know. But it's Brazilian because she's from fucking Brazil. But she was married, and apparently her previous husband, who she divorced, had the last name Conte. And that is why she decided now that she's, married to Sammy Guevara, she didn't want to carry her ex-husband's name anymore on TV. So she decided to go by her shoot name, Ty Mello. I mean, why didn't you go as Ty Guevara? I mean, you carried your other ex-husband's name. Why not carry your current husband's name and just be Ty Guevara?
Right.
Makes sense to me. Now,
isn't Sky Blue and Dante Martin dating?
Yes, they are. They're dating. They're not nothing other than that. Smith here says Wardlow versus Brody King. Tony Khan book it and let's see two bulls go to war. I want to see Wardlow versus the big guy first. I know he can go against Brody King. I want to see him go against that fucking tall Indian guy. But the fact that, I'm sorry, if my wife decided to get in the wrestling business, last name's Divine, goddammit, we're married. They just got married. She finally just dropped Conti, which was her ex-husband's name, and she goes straight to her name instead of using your name. Something ain't right there. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Of course, we'll talk about this here in a minute. We time to move over to some football here in a minute. But we do got a comment here. Oh, Marty Skrull is blacklisted. Actually, he wrestled a show here in the United States here recently. I don't remember what the name of the company was for. It was out in, God dang, I think it was California, if I'm not mistaken. So I think the whole blacklisted thing is starting to kind of wear off on him because he was, again, it was in the UK. So I don't understand some of these places' rules, but got a question from Smith here. He says, so what's everyone's thought on Sting's House of Black face paint from last night? Pretty cool.
I thought it was pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean, he did exactly what he needed to do, make it look like the poison in the eye was spreading. I mean, it was cool. And that's my thing. I don't know where they're leading to that with that. With Jillian Hart, they brought her in. With Miro, are they going to bring him into the House of Black, or is he going to keep fighting it? Are we going to get Miro and Sting maybe in a fucking team fighting the House of Black?
Is Lana coming to AEW?
That is a good question, and the rumor is no at this time. CJ Perry is not. She hasn't even talked to him about coming. That's what I've heard. She's happy. She's enjoying her life being at home. She's in Nashville. She travels with Miro every now and then, but she may be there when they're taping shit, but she's has no interest of being in the ring apparently.
Now, how badass was that Lex Luger biography?
Haven't watched it yet.
Oh God,
man, I'm telling you, I've got so much shit going on. I was under the weather yesterday. I'm feeling better today, but
I have made it a mission
to meet Luger.
To meet this man.
Well, let me do some calling. Let me do some calling and see what I can do, because I know he's fixing to be doing some meet and greet style fan fest thing coming up.
Yeah.
So let me see. I don't know, because the Georgia one, I don't know if he'll be at it, but I got to reach out to that promoter and talk to them. But there's one in North Carolina. I can't remember if he's a part of it or not. I'll reach out to them and find out. If he is, see if we can plan something where we can take a road trip. I know Comic-Con, when they had Comic-Con over in Mississippi, they had Kane down there and a couple other people. It was Kane, Lita, and then
Trish and Lita are going to be here in Arkansas.
Yeah, Trish and Lita are doing a lot of traveling together. So I don't know, but we'll work something out. We'll set it up and we'll film the whole fucking thing and we'll get it figured out. But I
got a title for him to sign.
Yeah. I was gonna say you can get your belt signed. I already got you the signed figure. Now I was doing a lot with the toy conventions and stuff, and that's how I managed to come up on that one. Was he was at a toy convention, and didn't even know he was going to be there. I didn't know they were having guests like that. I thought they were just having people that created toys or, like comic books. I didn't know that you know, they were having people that were wrestlers and shit there. And he just happened to be there. And I was like, fuck.
I was totally emotionally invested in that thing.
Yeah, I haven't got to watch it. I'm gonna tell you right now, my wife, like I said, my wife and her mom have been really on the kick of horror movies. Like, just they've been watching let's see, what's that shit? The Conjuring and Annabelle and shit like that. The Exorcist, all yeah, like they've been into all that horror movie shit that's for Halloween, and they're watching it right now, and I'm like, man, okay, whatever. So I'll come in here in the office and I'll flip on wrestling and I'll watch, you know, AEW, or I've got this awesome pro wrestling high spots thing that I need to watch before they made the big time with the Bucks and everybody, or with not with the Bucks, but with Ortiz and Best Friends and Super Smash Brothers and all these other guys on it, Jim Nasty Boys, that I need to watch. So I'll come in here in the office. I've got my PlayStation 3 that I use for a DVD player. Never got rid of it. Just set it up as a DVD player, and I throw my stuff in here. And a lot of time I'll sit right here in the office and work on the next week's show, producing it, answering emails, answering questions, and dealing with sponsors and shit. And sometimes forget I even got the fucking TV on, to be honest with you. But
I get that one.
They have been so into all the fucking horror shit lately, and I'm like, babe, you know, Halloween, you know, we got to get kids back to school, and then we can worry about Halloween, because we have a big Halloween party, and I decorate, like I go all out. I've got all my skeleton animals. You know how I am. I put my big spider web up, and so I'm excited for it. I'll be posting pictures, and I'll probably give everybody a tour of the Halloween section of the house when I do that. But yeah, it's been a mess. Let's see. Smith said, speaking of Kane, he got reelected as a mayor and the media lost their damn minds. And it's so funny. People are so offended over that and freaking out because he got reelected as mayor. I don't know why. He's done a great job for Knox County. I mean, he really has. He's upped their, what is it? He's cut their unemployment rate. He's upped their income. He's really done great things up there in Knox County, Tennessee, where he lives and runs as the mayor. Kudos to Kane. Yeah, great. You know, so he has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. Your opinion on football is the Cowboys are a good team. My opinion is the Saints are a good team. You know, fucking Kane thinks the Titans are, because he's from Tennessee. But everybody doesn't like our opinion, which is fine. That's why we do this show. We allow people to come on and give their opinion. We give ours. We talk about everything. We tell you, you know, what rumors and innuendo we know. We talk about our source, you know, what we know. And the fact that they're freaking out because Kane got reelected, I don't get it. I don't get it. Kane is something else. I mean, if they're really worried about him getting reelected, then there's something wrong with him, because I think he's done good for him. He's really increased.
I think everybody likes him.
Yeah, I mean, we were up there for a wedding, and fuck, it was last September, and God, like, I didn't hear any bad thing about him. Like, he goes out and he'll eat at a different restaurant every day there in the area in his county. And they, like, I don't know how to explain it, but he's always going out, and he's always like, it's like a eat and greet. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he'll go to the restaurant and he'll eat, and he wants to greet the employees, and he wants to greet the people in the community. And it encourages people to come eat at that restaurant while he's there, so they can eat and then hang out with him for a little bit. And so it increases the revenue. I mean, he's really doing, he's really doing a lot. Cause I mean, if I run for mayor in my town here, ain't nobody coming to an eat and greet to hang out with me, because I'm not famous like he is. Now, granted, there may be some people, hey, the mayor's doing a meet and greet. Let's go over here and eat and meet the mayor. That's cool. But you got to think about the fact that He's been on TV for years. He's been a world champion and all this other stuff. So, yeah, he's going to draw in a lot of publicity. So there's going to be people outside of that county coming in and eating at these restaurants and shit. And there's going to be people moving there just so they can say, hey, Kane's my fucking mayor.
True.
So I think it's a good thing for Knox County because there wasn't really a lot of crime there. It was a fucking nice community area. I mean, I loved it being up there now, and I'll never move anywhere other than where I am now. I love being in Louisiana. That's where I've always wanted to be, but he did a good job. I think he does a great job. And I think, honestly, we need somebody like him that's got a set of balls in the fucking White House other than somebody that, is a puppet and can't ride a bicycle in the White House. But, there's my opinion on that, too. I think Donald Trump needs to be back in the White House, but don't get me started on that one because
he won't be back. He's getting sued.
That's what I heard. The FBI fucking raided his house down in Mar-a-Lago, whatever the fuck they call it. Yeah, bullshit. Leave Trump alone. Put him back in the White House. Raid Joe Biden and sue his ass because he can't even fucking eat ice cream without help. Fuck that old bastard. Don't get me started on our government. It's fucking corrupt and stupid. I think Kane needs to be fucking mayor and Kane needs to be president. Undertaker needs to be vice president. Put Vince on the cabinet. No hush money now, pal.
Department of Treasury.
Oh shit, we'd be screwed. Don't let me book don't let me book.
Let Vince be the president and let him have his cabinet.
He'd probably do a better job than what we got. That's all I'm saying. I mean, and this is why I'm just gonna be honest with you. I try not to talk politics. I really do.
Look, my thing is, look, Lena spent $50 million on her campaign. Okay, he took $20 million, and he didn't run for office. He was just getting some hummers in office.
He pulled a Bill Clinton, brother.
One of the greatest presidents of all time.
I mean, he did better than Biden's doing. Can't argue that point.
God bless you, Vince McMahon.
A trained fucking monkey could do better than Biden's doing, in my opinion. But no, I mean, it's just bullshit. It's fucking, man. I can't deal with it. Like I said, I try not to talk politics on our show because I piss people off with it. I'm not going to sugarcoat my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to be I'm going to be as fucking honest as I can be with you. Like I'm trying to censor myself. This is why I hate talking politics.
Well, stop.
Do what?
Well, stop. Let's talk football.
Okay, we'll go to football. First, we'll go to our sponsorships because I just got some cool news, and I haven't mentioned one of our sponsors yet. One of our sponsors, of course, 5 Star Nutrition. I want to thank them. They actually sent us over some more protein powder and stuff since we started our regimen at the gym. Hopefully, I will start shedding some of this weight. I got a new stack of fat burners and stuff coming in, so looking forward to that. But 5 Star, you can shop that code, of course.
Give me some of those fat burners over this way.
I will send you some as soon as they come in, sir. AS-Divine10. You can use that code online and in the store, and it saves you like 10 to 15% off, depending on what product. Some of the nutrition places are weird how they base their sales on their products, but excuse me. But I just got a email that just came in, and this one I think you'll like. Major League Baseball Shop.com.
Yeah.
Has joined us as a sponsor. We have the NBA store. Now, these are all Fanatics associated. Fanatics Global have accepted us into a partnership in Major League Baseball Shop.com has accepted us into a partnership. The NBA store, the NFL store, of course, already had. We now have the National Hockey League, NHL, has accepted us into a partnership as well. And, of course, if you're looking to book a flight, if you got to go somewhere, Southwest Airlines, man, Rapid Rewards, points.com has now accepted us into a partnership, as well as, of course, Walmart has accepted us into a partnership, and, of course, WWE shop.com, as long as you use the link that I will provide in the video or in the description. At the end of this video, I will go over and put all of those links in the description box, and you will be able to click on them.
Wake up.
Huh?
Wake up. If I gotta stay awake, you gotta stay awake.
No, I had a message come in. Sorry, it was weird. We're
what? Vince McMahon offer you some hush money?
I wish you'd stop promoting that shit and shut up. Motherfucker. But no, actually, apparently, some folks are requesting their release from AEW. Yeah. I can't release any names, but Jonathan Gresham, of course, is one of those names, and we already all know that, so I can release that name. But Tony Khan is refusing to give these guys their release right now.
I know Dustin Rhodes said if you don't like what's happening at AEW, get the fuck out.
Tony Khan won't let them, apparently, because the message I just got was, hey, so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so just showed up at the office asking for a release, or sent mail asking for a release, and not only is he denying Jonathan Gresham his release, he's denying a number of people their release at this point. He's not letting anybody out of their contracts. And I guess that's because maybe he fears Triple H. I don't know.
Fuck, I hope they do not put... Look, Jonathan Gresham can't even reach the top rope in the WWE.
He's one of those guys that my dick's longer than you are tall, brother. Stay out of the ring, okay? No, seriously, I don't think he'll make it in WWE. I think and I'm not... He's a belt mark. We've touched on that. You know what I mean? If he's not winning the match, he doesn't want to be there. If he's not getting put over, he shows up in a t-shirt and a pair of trunks. He doesn't go out there in his fucking entrance gear and put on a show. He goes out there in his t-shirt and his trunks and acts like a little fucking bitch about it. If he's not getting his way. So he won't make it in WWE because Triple H will be like, look, sorry about your fucking luck, you short son of a bitch. You may be jacked to the gills and you may be able to wrestle, but if you can't do business and do it the way I want it done, go home and don't come back. Triple H ain't going to play that shit. Triple H wants people that's there to work, that are willing to work, and that are willing to dedicate themselves to the fucking gimmick 24/7 and make the business great again. I don't think Jonathan Gresham is going to make it. I think he just needs to get out of the fucking wrestling business. And he's a good wrestler, but he's a fucking belt mark and a titty baby. And if he's not going over, he goes out there, wah, here I am in my t-shirt and my tights, and I'm going to fucking act like I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like him.
I don't either. He's got an attitude problem. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he has no reason to be. I'm sorry you got short man syndrome. Get the fuck over it. Go drive a jacked up truck and be happy. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like,
just because your wife's over more than you, then don't get pissed off at us.
Then there's that. That's just because she's got tits, dude, and a nice ass. Also, Bryan Danielson and Daniel Garcia will be having a 2 out of 3 falls match next week. So that seems interesting. But yeah, I didn't know that Tony Khan was not letting people out of their contracts right now. Like, he is seriously holding on to people's contracts. That is a very interesting situation. Apparently Jonathan Gresham is still with Ring of Honor and AEW at this time. And now I'm being told by NFL Shop, one of our sponsors, that our package, they sent me a very special package for you and me. Oh. It is what?
Oh.
Yeah. It is actually supposed to be delivered today. They just sent me a message saying, hey, you should have a package arriving for yourself and Mr. Titanic today. If not today, then hopefully first thing tomorrow, the UPS company will be able to deliver y'all's new package. Please enjoy. So excited to see what that is. I kind of know what it is, but I don't want to tell you. But yeah, let's talk a little football. Let's talk. We'll take questions just so everybody is aware. We are still taking questions. If you have any questions,
Let's talk football.
let me get my share screen back up here, sucker.
We're playing. Dallas is playing the Broncos.
Oh, I know, but let's start with tonight's games first. Yea, though they may be irrelevant. We got 2 preseason games tonight. Excited for that, even though neither one of our teams are playing. You got the Titans and the Ravens. You got the New York Giants and the Patriots. I got a new sponsor.
Before we really get started,
yeah.
Thoughts and prayers for Ron McClarity.
Oh yes, thank you.
I don't know if you read that, but
I did just read that. Right,
he had 98% blockage. They put a stent in. He's feeling better. I'm glad he's feeling a lot better today.
I am too. I read that right before we came on the air, and it slipped my mind because, like I said, I've got people messaging me, calling me, always the same, and so like my wife just messaged me this time, but it's always something. But yeah, shout out to Ron, man. Thoughts and prayers. If you need anything, let us know. I'm gonna throw this comment up real quick about Daniel Garcia. Better get put over. He's such a phenomenal wrestler. Him and Wheeler Yuta absolutely tore the house down. I agree that him and Wheeler Yuta tore the house down. I agree that he is a phenomenal wrestler. I don't think they're going to put him over Daniel Bryant just yet in a 2 out of 3 falls. Maybe they will. I don't know. But I think they need to. I think they're trying to build them up for something at the pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken. They're trying to find matches for the pay-per-view, quite honestly, from what I've been told. And they're trying to keep people from getting hurt. So, you know how that is. The last show they ran, they had a shit ton of people hurt, and they're just trying to keep it from happening again. But on to the football. Do you think Patriots? How do you think the teams are looking this year? Have you seen any of the roster changes? I know I've finally caught up with all of ours.
Well, the Giants are still the Giants.
Okay.
So I want to say the Patriots will probably win tonight because the Giants are the Giants.
Yeah, and I think that and
now there's a possibility they could get Jimmy G.
Yeah, but are they going to play during the preseason?
That'd be one way to improve their team by a lot.
Right. I know Winston from the Saints is out for the preseason game already.
Who is?
Winston?
Oh, yeah. Well, he don't need to play anymore.
He's already out. So, Andy, I think it's Dalton, is going to be our starting quarterback for the preseason. I hear AJ calling.
Yeah. I answered that number yesterday and it wouldn't answer.
Oh, okay. I know that feeling. But I figure the Titans hopefully will be a little bit better of a team this year than they have been. Tomorrow they got a shit ton of games. We got the Falcons and the Lions, the Browns and the Jags, the Jets and the Eagles, the Cardinals and the Bengals. Looking forward to the Bengals.
I really wouldn't look for your starting quarterbacks to be starting this week.
No.
I know Deshaun Watson's starting tomorrow for the Browns.
Yeah.
But he's probably fixing to end up being suspended for the year.
Oh, shit. See, Alvin Kamara is out for 6 games for us because of the incident in Las Vegas.
So
I did hear, though, from a source inside the Saints camp that hopefully Michael Thomas will be ready to go by week 1 of the regular season.
I saw that he was going to be. He's already ready to go.
I heard he had a phenomenal day at practice yesterday.
So
I hope it's true. But excited to see how the Bengals do this year. Excited to see what Joe Burrow can do with that team behind him. Packers and 49ers. How much longer has Aaron Rodgers got? Is he still with the Packers?
Yeah, he just signed a fucking contract. I think it's paid him $50 million a year.
There you go.
I think he's got 3 years left.
I'm going to go out on the limb here. I went back a screen because I went too fast. I forgot to mention here, we got the Browns and the Jaguars, right? I want to make a bold prediction. The Browns are going to beat the Jaguars.
Oh, okay.
That's my bold prediction.
I might actually put that on the big screen tomorrow.
I think the Jaguars don't have a chance, my brother. And I hate to be that way, but the Jaguars really just did not impress me at all in the Hall of Fame game. Of course, we got the Panthers versus the Commanders. Washington finally getting a name. Instead of just being the football team, they will be known as the Commanders. The Panthers versus the Commanders.
Look,
these are
they got a shitty fucking quarterback.
That's what I heard.
And the thing is, he was supposed to be better than fucking Dak Prescott. Well, guess what? Dak Prescott's the best fucking quarterback in the NFC East. He's proven it. He's better than fucking Carson Wentz.
Look here, you fucking Cowboys fan. Calm down.
Look, it just pisses me off because that motherfucker hadn't done a goddamn thing. Nick Foles is the one that won that Super Bowl for him. He didn't do shit. So guess what? Carson Wentz, you can kiss my ass. You suck, bitch.
Yeah, Rob Black. We also got the Chiefs and the Bears. We got the Colts and the Bills. Seahawks, please beat the shit out of the Steelers. The Dolphins versus the Buccaneers. And, of course, my wonderful New Orleans Saints versus the Houston Texans. Like I said, Andy Dalton will be getting the start at the QB position for us. I've heard some issues have come up with Taysom Hill, however you want to pronounce his first name. Some people say Taysom, some people say Taysom.
That Bills defense is going to be badass this year.
Whose is?
Bills.
The Bills?
Yes.
I'm hoping ours has improved some. I know we've still got DeMario Davis and
y'all got the Honey Badger back.
Yeah, we got the Honey Badger back, and I think Colston Jr. is still with us, but I can't remember where he's playing at this year. But Taysom Hill is playing a tight end position, and people are not happy with that right now. They think he should be in the quarterback position. You know, and I'm not trying to be an asshole, but Taysom Hill's contract does not say tight end, doesn't say quarterback. It says football. Hill can play anything. That dude is multi-talented. I don't know if you've ever, I mean, I know you know who I'm talking about, but I don't know if any of the people out there have really paid attention to who Hill really is. Hill is a multi-talented.
He hung in there with the Dallas Cowboys last year until he started throwing all them interceptions.
Yeah. But I mean, he can play tight end. He can play running back if he needs to. He can do it all. I mean, his contract really says football. It doesn't say quarterback, tight end. It says fucking football. That's what they're paying him for is football because he's a good player. So hoping to see a good victory there against the Texans.
I've got this app that I download on my phone.
Yeah.
And it allows me to watch any game I want to watch.
Which app is it?
It's called Dofu Sports Live Streaming.
Huh. I'll have to get me one of those.
Yes, and I am watching the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I know you are taking on the Broncos
while I'm at work.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to miss it either. And of course, you know, I'm a Saints fan. You're a Cowboys fan. My wife is a Saints fan as well. She likes Alvin Kamara, but he's going to be out for 6 games this season. But she is also, for some reason, an LA Rams fan. And the LA Rams will be taking on the Chargers as well on Saturday night. Now, I figure the Rams will take out that victory.
Look, when my dad was alive, my stepmother, she liked the Bengals.
Well, there you go.
Because of their colors.
Oh, okay. Now, I mean, so years ago, and when I was a kid, my dad, for some reason, was a 49ers fan. And so because my dad liked the 49ers, everybody automatically thought, oh, you're a 49ers fan. I'm like, no, not really.
No,
and
I'm
then
not going to that gay ass team.
Well, I mean, I don't know why he liked the 49ers.
Probably because of what they used to be.
Right. But as I got older, as a kid, I was like, oh, I like the Bears. They're good. And they had cool colors. And then I started really watching it and understanding that it's not just about the fucking cool outfits and the hit. It's about the plays. It's about the concepts. It's about being a true athlete, because you really got to put a lot of work in to be able to get out there and do some of this shit. And then, I was living in Missouri, and so I was like, well, I'll cheer for the Rams because they're here in Missouri and I can go to the games. And we went to a lot of the Rams games when they were still in St. Louis. Loved Kurt Warner. Loved watching him quarterback. But I started to really cheer for the Saints. I wasn't like a true diehard Saints fan until Breeze signed with us. And we got Peyton as a coach, Sean Payton as a coach. And that was, right after Hurricane Katrina had hit and everything. And man, when Breeze and Sean Payton came in and they rewrote the playbook, and I mean literally rewrote the entire playbook for the New Orleans Saints, put on a fucking show. Damn good team. They had Marcus Colston. Like I said, we have Ingram Jr. now. We had his dad, senior, playing for us. Marcus Colston and Drew Brees were the Crescent City connection. We had Darren Sproles. We had a number of different people. And of course, a lot of people may not even remember the guy who blocked the punt, Steve Gleason, who suffers from ALS and does a lot of charity work for ALS now. He's wheelchair bound and has to use a computer to talk for him. He blocked the punt that led to the start of our season where we won went on to win the Super Bowl. But man, I can't.
What do you think about the owner of I don't know if it's the owner or the GM of the Dolphins?
What happened?
So, what do they call it when a guy tries to get another guy to come to another team while he's under contract?
Headhunting.
Well, it's something different than headhunting. But he was trying to get, okay, so when Tom Brady was under contract.
So he was like back channeling while he was under contract. What is it? Undercutting, headhunting. There's a number of different terms, but
they named it something because they fined that motherfucker $1.5 million.
Probably breach of contract or
no, not breach. I think it started with a T.
Tampering.
Tampering. Yeah, it was tampering.
Yes.
Yeah, tampering.
Yes.
And they suspended him for a few games. They were offering ownership to Tom Brady to be an owner player. They were going to give him. They were going to pay him big, and then they were going to give him part ownership of the Miami Dolphins just to play for the Dolphins.
Wow, talking about being desperate and trying to get your name back out there, right? But that's
hard feelings to
But here's the thing: talking about giving ownership, is that a fair thing to do? Because you think about that, the Raiders, when they brought John Gruden in as the coach, they gave him ownership in the Raiders to get him to come out of retirement and to quit being a TV announcer and to come in and coach the Raiders again. They gave him ownership in that. So, I mean, is that fair? Is that something maybe for a coach it's different, but I mean, didn't they release him?
He had to, because I think he was going to be kicked out of the fucking league.
Yeah, he did. I don't remember what he did, but they had to. I don't know. I don't like to dig into it and bury people. I mean, it's like I feel bad for Kamara. He's out 6 games, but I don't feel bad for him because it's your own fucking fault. You shouldn't have beat the hell out of somebody. You do dumb shit. You should be punished for it. You shouldn't get just a slap on the wrist. It should be a big enough punishment that you understand, hey, I shouldn't do dumb fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And some people will get it, some people won't. But I'm excited to see how your Cowboys do against the Broncos. I really kind of liked the Broncos when Peyton Manning was there.
Now they got Russell Wilson.
That's what I heard. I heard that he's been jumping around the NFL.
The AFC West is jacked
Yeah,
with talent.
we're gonna find out just how good,
how strong everybody is,
and really, and not to discredit anybody that's going to be playing on the field starting tonight through the next few weeks. We know that they're not going to be the first stream quarterback or the first stream running back or any of that shit.
right?
But you're going to find out just how good the backup is to the guy that's good enough to get the start. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see, say I'm your backup.
I hate our ball.
Oh, I think I need to mute my mic for a second.
Oh shit! Moving right along. We got the Vikings and the Raiders. We were just talking about the Raiders and John Gruden and him being out. I got to look into that though, because I can't remember exactly what he did to get out, but he was, apparently some horrible shit. Because apparently, beating a woman doesn't get you kicked out. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have said that either. But anyway, you get the Raiders and the Vikings on Sunday. That's the only game, which that throws me off. I'm used to football being, on Sunday, but we got one game for Sunday, and that is the Vikings and the Raiders. And I'm not a Vikings fan. My wife, she doesn't really cheer for the Vikings. She cheers more for the Rams to be an asshole because of we played NFL Madden game. But Vikings and the Raiders, I figure that'll be a pretty good game. Raiders look pretty good with their backup quarterbacks and everybody they had running plays this past week. But I don't know. Vikings, I'm just not a fan of the Vikings because I had to throw Titanic out of my house one time because of the Minnesota Miracle. And he'll never let me forget it when I told him get the fuck out of my house.
No, because I still remind you of it.
I know, right? Yeah, you steadily send me that little gif of that motherfucker catching that ball and running it in for that touchdown.
Fucking now he plays for the Bills.
I know, right? Good luck to the Bills. Everything good over there? Okay. I got the trios tournament bracket finally got pulled up into the file here now. Death Triangle will be taking on Will Ospreay and Aussie Open, which will be interesting. We'll have the Young Bucks, of course, next week taking on, of course, Andre Lilo, Dragon Lee, and Rush. We do not know who their mystery partner is. The Dark Order will take on the House of Black. Trust Busters versus Best Friends. And then it'll go down to 4 teams. And the finals will take place September 4th at All Outs. I had to share this because, one, I love seeing Dominic Mysterio get his ass beat. 2,
remember a few years ago when I was in so desperate need of watching that little motherfucker get his ass whooped by Brock Lesnar.
Yes. Like, please, Brock, just kill him.
I didn't ask for Brock. I just wanted Brock to get a hold of him. Then it was like the night that it was like that prom night where
ass, Brock.
You lose your virginity. You reach climax. It was the greatest night in this great sport. When Brock jerked that little motherfucker over the fucking barrier and proceeded to beat the shit out of him.
I loved it, man. It was great. Now it's funny because Rhea Ripley's beating the shit out of him. Like,
yeah. You just get your ass. Look, you be sitting here fighting me and all the time, and then all of a sudden you got a jacked up woman beating your ass.
I mean, it is what it is.
Not saying that I wouldn't let her whoop mine.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to argue that point either because, I mean, there's, what do they call that lifestyle? The BDSM stuff out there?
Yes.
I wouldn't, I mean, I'd let her whoop my ass. That's what
I'd take an ass whooping her too.
Right. I mean, but fucking Dominic Mysterio, man, I love it that he's getting his ass kicked by a woman. It's funny as hell. But yeah, we made it 2 hours and 30 minutes into this show today. I am shocked.
Yeah, I'm fixing to have to get off here. Apparently, Mom just got called to tell her not to go to work tonight. She's got to work tomorrow at a place that she don't want to be at.
Oh, I don't blame her there.
And she told the boss that she was leaving early because They're doing the niece's birthday, the great niece's birthday
Okay.
party.
Well, I don't blame her there. I'd leave early too.
Avy turned 2.
Well, happy
And now she's
birthday.
pissed off that she's got to go to Walmart to get Avy's cake today instead of tomorrow.
Well, that sucks.
Having the time to do it tomorrow, and she's pissed off. So I got to get up and I got to get dressed so I can go with her. So.
All right, my brother. Well, we've done our 2 hours and 30 minutes of exercise in our mouths and our jaws and our brains and our emotions. So hey, fuck it. Time to hit that music. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Don't forget, I will have all of those great shopping links in the description at the bottom of this video. Make sure you shop there. Use our links to help us get further and further along in our career. Thank you guys, and share the passion of pro wrestling. Are you gonna throw the hand? Ah!